for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more.
Hello there, welcome to the Flesh and Blood podcast. I'm Siobhan, you'd better watch out for the skin deep. Let's meet the plucky girl assistants. Let's look at them on my screen here.
Lucky little girl assistants needs shaves.
Yeah. It's looking a little bit season 18 out here. The person who just spoke to you just then, using that peculiar, strange accent, that's the Brian.
Hello.
Still American?
Checks my shotgun. Yep.
Yep, okay, right. Fine. I just wanted to know. That's all.
Just saying it.
Mm-hmm. And then, the man who gave his brain for his country. It's the dilapidated and run-down city of Detroit known as Spanky. And as usual, boys and girls, Spanky's a quantum event because we didn't hear him.
Oh, bugger. Yes, it happens.
Okay, Spanky's internet connection's having fun again tonight, boys and girls. It can't be helped.
Is it?
He's in redneck country. They don't have the internet there.
Oh, they do. It just goes to all the QAnon.
Yeah, it goes to all the QAnon things.
Yes.
Yeah,
I must talk about this. How's your week's been, Brian?
Busy.
Yep.
Brian's been in his happy little Brian space.
Oh, that's your favourite.
It is.
What have you been doing, Brian?
I've been working on how to make your lives hell in the RPG.
Oh, I love it when you do that.
2 words, ice spiders.
Yeah, I know. I saw that on Facebook.
Baby.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Right. Thank you very much. Cheers.
Uh-huh.
Thank you. Yep. Hang on a second. Ice, you say?
Ice.
Auntie's got the perfect answer for that built in. And
Or so she thinks.
Oh, well, quite. I know you're going to do that. Spanky, how have you been, my love?
ma'am.
How's the week been?
It's been another tumultuous week. Lots of ups and downs, mostly fighting the internet gods. But, hopefully we've got 80% of the problem licked. We'll see.
Have you sacrificed the chicken and the goat to get it up and running?
I did 1 goat and a pair of chickens.
Okay.
And
Did you have the rabbi?
failing that? Well, I thought failing that, I'll just start going around to the neighbors' houses at midnight and seeing what I can catch, running loose.
Always good. Always good. Did you get the young priest and the old priest?
Yes.
Okay.
You got to have the tandem.
You have to have both.
By
You
relationship.
can't have just one.
You can't, no, because they don't buy it otherwise, right?
Okay, right. That went strange places.
I'm just tech supporting.
Yeah. Do you want some good news?
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe.
How was your week, darling?
How was your week? Yeah.
The saga known as Garden Gate is
Garden
over.
Gate ad infinitum. What?
Over?
Over,
Nothing
you
is
say?
over.
Well, everything's
I
done.
can't believe that.
Everything's done. I've got the platform in my garden. In fact, the brother from another podcast, Adam Purcell, was here this afternoon. We were sat in the garden freezing our tits off because I insisted on sitting in the garden because I could. I've got this lovely platform. Admittedly, my garden now looks like a slice of Scaro. I've got this...
You realize this only lulls you into a
course.
false sense of
Oh, yeah.
security.
False sense of security. Yeah.
Well,
That's
hang
how
on a
they get
second.
you.
So it got desolate because we've had to clear out the garden. So it's just this desolate land where trees and whatever used to be. And then you got this slice of metal platform, which is going to be great for going and watching thunderstorms in. It's bring a Geiger counter, basically. It's Scaro. But there we go. It's over. Bar the man coming to check it.
No,
which I
it's
really
not
must
over.
call him and do something about. However, there might be another saga coming up. My shower isn't draining water, so I've got to go to the repairs department.
It's
I
not
want to
over.
cry.
It's not over.
I want
Yeah, you
to
haven't had your final
cry.
inspection. You're not over. Yeah.
Oh, in case you hear banging,
Yes.
I have new neighbors moving in.
Are they parking in your car parking space?
No, they're not. I like them so far.
It'll just take the once. It'll just take the once. He gets so fucked up.
Apparently, they have a dog because I've seen the little doggy tracks in the snow out back.
Ah,
There you go.
friend Frace.
I don't know. I have no idea yet.
Mm-hmm.
See,
If he's a sociable critter or not.
apparently, we've got 3 people in watching. Hello, 3 people.
Yay!
Yay, it's the 3.
It's 3. Dear me.
I was on there, but I had to shut it down so my internet would allow me
Yeah,
to
no,
continue broadcasting. So
You're quite right. You're quite right. Lilibet, hello. Tonight, boys and girls, we're going to be talking about Dalek attack. Lilibet insists. I'm glad you're here, Lilibet. You see, the trouble I've had of late, since Sinister is on hiatus, he's still doing 2 fan dinosaurs, don't worry, there's been no falling out or anything else like that. But he suddenly realised just how much he's enjoying his Sunday evenings without this.
I really can't blame him.
Yeah.
cannot blame him.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you very much. That's kind
Well,
of...
no. There comes a point where fun becomes a job, and that leads to burnout. So,
Oh, you don't have to tell me. Believe
so
me.
taking some mental health time, that's always good.
Yeah, no. As
Love
I've
you, Doc. Always welcome.
no, Dr. Sinister's always welcome. He knows that. And like I say, he's still going to be doing 2 fan dinosaurs next Friday. By the way, we're looking at episodes 1 and 2 of The Keeper of Traken, where there'll be a keeper
Of Traken.
of Traken. Yeah, I know. It's
And
amazing.
you have the TARDIS from that.
I do have the TARDIS from that. Sorry, you caught me out there again.
Uh-huh.
Every time you say that. Yes, but no, I've got Melka. Yeah. Brian's present to me. Right, so anyway, Lilibet, I'm glad you're here. You see, because Sinister's no longer here, this podcast has become, well, most people would say imbalanced, I'd say unbalanced. You see, there's these 2. Who
And we're
are-
American.
Yes.
You're outnumbered. Yes.
And I thought to myself, I should get another Brit involved. But no, I know the perfect way to do this. Lilibet, would you like to become a host on The Flashing Blade? Come home, love. Come back to where you started. It's
Way to
out there for you.
blindside her.
Yeah, don't expect
Don't
an answer
just
straight
lead
away.
into it nice and slow. I mean, just on air ask. I mean,
Yes! Yes!
what? Okay. That's good.
As long as the timing is
Yay.
all right for you, Lilibet. I appreciate it's a bit of an awkward time, but, we can possibly be a little bit flexible if we need to be, I suppose. Can we? Are we allowed? Hang on, it's my show. Yeah, we're allowed.
It is.
Right.
We're allowed.
Yeah.
Yay.
Don't worry, we'll fix it in post.
Oh, I'm so glad. I was so worried somebody else was going to snap her up. Trust me, you're going to be impressed. You are.
Okay.
She's going to outshine everybody.
Don't
just-
let Anthony
okay.
talk you up too much, a little bit.
Lilibet the one. girl.
Have we ever just said no to someone?
Well,
Actually, no. Yes, we have.
We have, haven't we? Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah.
Early on.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
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 That waifu.
Yeah, waifu. Well, no, it wasn't waifu. Waifu's the wrong description, love. There was
Tumblrina.
somebody turned up in chat and was going on about their Dalek, and
Yeah.
it was a bit weird.
Weird doesn't even cover it.
Yeah,
I understand having an emotional connection to your miniatures.
No,
However,
This was
If
this
you
was
take beyond
next
that
level.
to a deeply physical/spiritual relationship, We here at the Flashing Blade can no longer endorse said activities. So
This
that
was
in mind.
next
Hey.
level. This was, yeah.
We got feedback.
Again?
Again, do you want me to go and get the feedback to
It's
show
like
you?
people actually watch
Hang
the
on a
show.
moment. Hang on.
I'm stoked. I'm also
Welcome
kind of
aboard,
armed.
Lilibet.
Yay, a little bit.
Please place your trays in the upright position. Yeah.
Oh, and for your enjoyment, we have switched to Neapolitan flavored Windex, so it's all good.
It gets better.
Not much. That's her saucy
you
look.
look
In
like
case you guys
emo-
don't know, that's Auntie's emo.
Jared Wade there.
Right. Her saucy look for her OnlyFans page. That little hair with the one eye thing. And then
Like
cat-
Rihanna. Or
Yeah.
not Rihanna. What's her name? In what's its
York.
No, Romeo Must Die. Queen of the
God,
Damned.
Yeah, Bridget Fonda.
No.
Oh, Alita. Aaliyah.
Aaliyah. Yeah, there we
Aaliyah.
go.
Mhm. But she is no longer with us, unfortunately. Tragic loss because she was.
Yeah,
not only a great
I was
singer,
really sad
great
about
actress.
that.
Yeah.
Silence!
Plane crash.
Fools,
Plane crash making a
foolish
video.
Americans, degeneraate colonists. What the
We're
hell are you
talking
going on
about pop culture that was 20 years old. Okay?
Yeah. Anyway, feedback.
You don't know who Aaliyah is, do you?
No, I have no idea.
Uh-huh.
Right. Feedback. Now, it wasn't sent in on the correct currency, but it was sent in currency.
Uh-oh.
It's upside down. Of course it's
How
upside
about
down.
that? Ooh.
That is actually pretty freaking cool.
And that's like the same size.
Does
as
that have
the,
Babes in Toyland in it?
The Monty.
I
Monty Python
answer
box.
you that because on the base there is a list of everything in it, but there's so much in it, the writing is too small for me to be able to read.
Well,
Fun fact
they
about
were very
Laurel and Hardy.
They were like Abbott and Costello. They did a lot of
Dude,
different
They
stuff.
did their own voiceovers for foreign films, though.
Dude. I know a lot about Laurel and Hardy. You don't need to teach me. I know they're American icons, but I
No,
know a
I'm
hell of a lot.
I'm
No,
saying
no.
that for the viewers who are
Yeah.
unfamiliar with them.
One
We've
of
got
the cool
three
things
viewers.
about them
One
is
of
they
them
would
is
have all
Lilibet.
their foreign language stuff.
Somebody might be
phonetically
watching
spelled.
on YouTube that's unfamiliar with Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah,
I
and they
mean,
would
to be
reshoot
honest with you,
every
she-
scene that they did
She was
in the
married to
language.
the love child of both Laurel and Hardy.
instead of having a
Tell
dub.
me I'm wrong, Lilibet. Just tell me I'm wrong. Right. Moving on. Yes, that feedback. What's it say on here? Dear Siobhan, here is Laurel and Hardy. Yours, Mr. N. Boy.
And boy,
Boy.
if only we knew who that was.
Yeah.
That's like saying John Smith.
Yeah. Well, technically, that would be accurate as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a new mystery for an N boy.
Oh, now who could it be?
Is there a problem with your shirt collar?
I don't have any lapels.
I know, but I wasn't going to let that go. I just. Yeah.
I need some lapels.
Stephen sent
Who
me
is this?
this
new
completely
boy?
out of the blue.
That's amazing.
And
That
then
is
Sinister-
awesome,
I
yeah.
told Sinister, and Sinister went to
He's a
Amazon
great guy.
and told me how much it cost.
Wow.
I then phoned the new boy and bollocked him.
I just go to YouTube and watch Babes in Toyland every Christmas.
Babe,
It must be on there. I can't see why it wouldn't be. There's
Well, YouTube has
everything on
both
there.
the colorized and the black and white version.
Oh
so
no, I wouldn't want colorized.
no. Ted Turner has much to answer for when he dies.
No. They were filmed in
And
black
not just
and white,
being married
and
to
as
Jane Fonda,
such,
right, but-
they were lit and designed for black and white.
Oh yes, the color
Colorizing
is
them
just off,
No, it's
Oh,
wrong.
yes.
way off.
Yeah. So, dear, I'm over the moon a little bit joining us. I really am. Don't worry, love. I'll be in touch on Facebook, and it's Discord we use, and Deets and things like that.
It's easy.
But she'll keep you two in line.
If I can do it, anybody can. Cause
Don't worry, the walls here are soft, and the jackets let you hug yourself.
Dude,
yes, they do.
she was here whilst you were still in nappies.
I was in nappies yesterday.
This
What's
is
your
not
point?
a new presenter.
No, I know. I'm just saying this iteration.
Oh, on this iteration? No, fair. She's been on one.
Probably wear
No,
nappies every
she
day
hasn't been
now
on
that I
any
think
of
about
this
it. She was-
iteration. Has she? Hang on. did we
No,
talk
what about
that?
the 100th anniversary episode?
We didn't. It wasn't 100th anniversary. Was it 100th?
100th episode thing.
I know we had the party
big
episode when we got all the old co-hosts back, but I
Which
wanted
was
that
the
to be- I
100th
wanted-
episode.
Yeah, I wanted that to be the core group.
Yeah.
So because Dave and Lillibut, as well as Wes Dulman and his kids, they sensed stuff in rather than actually hosted. I thought, no, I'll keep it to the core group because apart from anything else, there were so many of us.
Oh yeah.
Which
It was
is-
funny.
It was testament to just how despicable I am to work with. Thank you,
It's a
Brian.
miracle
Thank you.
I've lasted this long.
Thank you so much, love. I really do appreciate it. Now, you got my measure fairly quickly, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not everybody does that. It's, it's cool.
It's BS, sarcasm, BS, sarcasm, sarcasm. Yeah,
That's roughly it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's shit, that's just described.
It's an easily definable pattern.
That's
Much like
scary,
Morse
actually.
code. Dot, dash, dash, dot, dot, dot.
And yes, I'm picking up cookies.
SMS. Sorry, I know Morse code, Spanks.
SOS.
Radio operator. Yeah, you did only 2 dashes, so that makes it an M, not an O.
You're right. It's 3 of each.
This is the part where I let them go off on their own and eat cookies.
I have to tap it out to do it. I don't know why.
There you go. That's what
Rhythmic
Lillibut
learner,
was
what
saying.
can I
They
say?
were our Sarah Jane Adventures correspondents.
I wish. I haven't seen my Girl Scout dealer in a while, and I'm worried about her. I think she may have grown up.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Yeah.
Chocolate mint.
These are my current obsession.
I know it's open season on Girl Scouts. Chocolate mint, please. All our American viewers.
Yeah,
The-
I'm looking for a
what
new
I'm
dealer
reduced
if
to.
anybody is interested.
Yeah.
I may have a habit. I need scratches.
Indeed.
Oh dear
I've been
me.
reduced to these 2.
Yes, I've heard I know what you're like when it comes to falling back into bad habits. She said talking World of Warcraft. Oh, Auntie discovered.
This is all your fault.
I discovered.
Oh, I got
something.
that thing downloaded last night there, Siobhan.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's finally downloaded. I went into it, but I didn't make anything up yet because I'm still reading through the character archetypes.
Be careful of the zappy one. I think it's Stormcaller.
Mm-hmm.
I would call it an advanced class because you're.
There's a way to blow yourself up in it. Yeah, I avoid those because I
Yeah.
always blow myself up.
If
And
you-
I
if
like
you
the rune
go
guy,
OTT,
too, because
it's-
if he goes crazy, he runs around and casts spells at random until he dies, which is a very tempting reason to play a character class for me.
I'm sorry, that's a Daffy Duck character. Suddenly going woohoo,
Yeah.
woohoo, woohoo, woohoo.
Exactly.
Boom.
Daffy Duck is like one of my spirit animals.
I thought that might be the case somehow. I don't know
can see
what
that,
it is
yeah.
about you, Spanky. Ah dear. And of course, the future historians will know because they're. I think they might be in the 24th and a half century. I'm not sure.
They've had a couple thousand years to psychoanalyze me, right?
Yeah. Ah dear. You realise you've set the profession back 3 centuries, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
I was aiming for 4, but I'm an underachiever.
So anyway, Auntie made a discovery last night.
Oh boy.
Okay, is this one of those you were alone and,
Spanky.
feeling lonely kind of
Spanky.
discoveries, or one of those
Bad Spanky.
first day in
Naughty
prison
Spanky.
discoveries? I'm not sure. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, dear God.
I just found microwave
Hey,
popcorn for the
I was
first time
talking with
discovery. I do those all the
I
time.
was talking with Adam this afternoon and we came to the conclusion. Well, realization. He, Me, and Crumbly over on Staggering Stories are some of the longest running Doc 2 podcasters in the world in history. That sort of knocked me sideways slightly, but it's true.
Cool.
I think there's only...
That's because everybody else is on YouTube now.
Yeah.
No, Radio Free Staros. The three who... Certainly Radio Free Scar are out there in front. There's no two ways about that. And rightly so, because their quality is also stunning. Then there's Tim's Take On, and the Tin Dog podcast. They're both solo podcasters, which I know from experience is difficult to do. But they've been going longer than, I think, Staggering Stories. So, but it could be a little bit one or the other on that one. But that was interesting. But anyway, no. Yes, going back to World of Warcraft Ascension. For those that don't know about it, it's a free-to-play version of World of Warcraft. It is, Brian. You don't have to spend. You don't have to spend money.
You don't have to. You're going to want to, but
Yes.
you don't have to.
And there are 3 servers for World of Warcraft Ascension. One is... What's the 4th?
Lich King.
One is the Lich King. It's an alpha test for the Wrath of the Lich King expansion to be bolted onto the live version. There's the live version, Area 52, which...
Then you have Thrall.
And Thrall is...
Thrall is the normal progression mode. The
normal one.
Right,
And
that's
Rexar,
the
which is
one.
the new experimental.
Yeah, we're technically on the old kind of
we're on
version.
52, right?
Okay. So,
Thrall is the other.
now, we've done rather well so far in Ascension, to be fair. I've actually gone further in Ascension than I ever did on the live game. So, far better equipment than I ever had. I still miss my dwarf, Garen. I still miss being able to play Alliance. Apparently, I'm not allowed to. There's your answer. Right. I discovered something last night. Now, they've got another server called Roxar, where they have created 21 original builds, original classes, doing an awful lot of fan wish fulfillment, to be fair. There's things based on Diablo character classes. The Rogue, for example. Twin-wielding crossbows. And also it's both melee and ranged, which I don't like. And Necromancer. Lots of skelly boys running around after you. And you know what I'm like with that in Diablo 2. I do like my skeletons. However, I'm playing a class called Tinker, which is essentially explosives. Well, explosives and machines. Tech stuff to help out, supposedly. And it's hilarious. It's just pant-wettingly funny because everything explodes. On top of that, I think all the classes are OP at the moment. They need a little bit of scaling. And so, I mean, I joined a dungeon. Was it last night? Yeah, I joined a dungeon last night. It was Shadowfang Keep. We did it in about 3 minutes. I hardly got a chance to get shot off. Which I have to
Zerg groups.
Yeah, I don't
No
like
zerging.
that sort of thing. I like to be able to play it, to have the challenge.
I'm there to actually see the
that's
content.
the problem with a lot of
I want to see all the cool stuff they put in, all that right. I don't want to blur through it so fast, that, no.
But I noticed something very interesting. You see, I was out leveling my professions. Now, my professions are mining and engineering, because my class uses bullets, and if you're a miner and engineer, you're self-sufficient. You can make your own and keep going. You don't need to buy
Make
them
lots of
off
cool bullets,
anybody.
right?
So I've got that as my professions. But you have to level them up as well. And my shooty bang bang stuff was out leveling the professions thing. So I had to spend a load of time in, excuse me, in the Barrens yesterday, trying to just get my mining profession up to, I think, 125, so I could mine iron. Then I could go to 1,000 Needles, which would give me quests that were my level and also, iron stuff. So, right, okay. I was a bit pissed off about this, so I thought, all right, okay, I'm going to see if I can buy, profession scrolls, which allow you to max
Artisan
out.
scroll.
That's it,
Someone's
yeah.
demanding attention here. Huh?
It's
Okay.
Itchy. It's a doggy.
Come
Hi,
here.
doggy.
Hey, John. Come here. Where you at?
No, he's not.
Instant
No, no,
distract
no.
Siobhan. Show a dog.
Yep,
Look
basically.
at
Look
that
at
little pup.
the peeping over the thing.
Look at the little
He's
pup
demanding
in his
attention
face.
for some reason. I figured I would put him on camera. real quickly.
Yeah, I've gone.
Here's Siobhan's voice, and he's like, "Oh, I know who that is."
Hello, Ichiban. Hello.
That's the lady with the OnlyFans for cats.
The lady with the OnlyFans for cats. He's got a subscription. What can I say?
You're very bad people.
Hey, he's in the cat fancy. All I'm saying.
He's a
You're
cat
very,
fancier.
very bad people. That's all I want
Yes.
to say. Anyway, but they don't sell those scrolls for the shop in
No.
Roxar. The shop itself
Oh,
is
the
a
skill
lot
scrolls?
smaller. There's not as much there.
Huh.
However, I discovered something last night, something
Mm-hmm.
joyous.
An
You may
exploit.
already know this, Brian, because you and Jess have opened up Conquest of Azeroth, haven't you? With the
Yeah.
21 classes.
We've opened up Conquest and Wrath.
Oh, right. Okay, I haven't done the Wrath one. Okay, I'm waiting for that to go live. May as well wear upon all my hard.
I really don't want to hold my breath on that one.
Let's get out real quick. Bear back.
That bad, is it?
Where's Northrend?
Yes, it does. No. What? What do you mean?
Yeah. Northrend's not out yet. So, I mean,
Okay.
I'm not holding my breath.
So, I did, however, notice there's an option on the Roxar shop page to buy stuff using the red coins and not the gold coins. The gold coins are DP, aren't they? Donation
Yes.
points. Next to them, you'll see red ones. And you'll see a number next to it. That number's your balance. And considering how much you and Jess have spent on this, and Retta, come to think of it, I practically was able to own the shop.
Mm?
You'll be able to do the same. And of course, it's money that's already spent. It's not coming out of my pocket. And so I had a little bit of fun last night, I've got to admit, and bought an awful lot of stuff. I've got about 15 books of Ascension from various sources. That's a bit worrying. But, yeah, no. And I'm still working on my Tinker. Spanky's just...
Yeah, they just opened the store for Rexar.
Spanky's joining us. I say joining us. It's not going to be because we've got the main game to concentrate on.
Yes.
But,
I'm gonna pick something.
that is
Something appropriate. Mm-hmm.
yeah. That's stalled very slightly at the moment. It's very useful because the only stuff I can really do, or I could reputation grind, but that's dull as fuck. But I might. The only other thing I can do, obviously, is Mythic Dungeons or whatever. But, you try waiting in the queue and see how long you wait. It's ludicrous.
Your DPS.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens. I've also been streaming a little bit of WoW. Now I've worked out how to adjust the name tags on a broadcast, so that's quite good.
It's 25% off. Sorry, I'm looking at the store now.
All right, okay.
I do like that Assassin's Arsenal. That
Is that
does
Roxar?
look. No, that's 52.
Oh, right. I don't know what that is.
Area 52.
No. What an Assassin's Arsenal is.
It's apparently gear, and well, not gear, but looks.
Yeah.
I like the look of it. However, I could get the pig-headed thing. not going to, because why would I?
Is your name David Cameron? I don't think it is. Anyway, right. Oh, Spanky. Apparently you're in a
Big, yep.
radioactive afterglow. I thought we were about to start regenerating. I'm not
Probably,
sure.
I would prefer regeneration, but my luck, it would definitely be radiation.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
We're American, remember? We don't do regeneration.
90 miles from
We
north.
just
not
do
keep
radiation.
Safety standards either in food, do you?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh God,
No.
that was a major thing when they were talking when the whole Brexit thing was kicking off and everything else like that. There was a big concern over here about the American trade deal, which still hasn't been signed. America said and get to the back of the queue, rightly so. But everyone's really worrying about the fact because America has lower food standards than Britain. You know, it's a case of we're going to have to come up with our own laws and this, that, and the other. And people
No,
are
not really.
worried. Chlorine washed chicken or something like that. We don't want that. It's,
We don't have that.
Yeah, we don't have chlorine washed chicken. Sorry.
I find that interesting.
Unless
Well,
you're
it's
talking
interesting,
about
I do.
McDonald's nuggets, but
Yeah.
no.
Oh,
We do have pink slime.
Lilibet has
I
just
confess.
shown her diamond logo qualifications there.
Yes.
Oh, has she?
Yes.
See, I'm not on there, so I can't tell. Darn it.
That's
I'm
because
just
you're
going to
unworthy of
knock
the
4
diamond logo.
times.
That was one of my first questions to Rufus Hound last year at Hooverville. How many times did Wilf knock? 4. It was 4. He got it wrong on live TV with a huge audience, and I couldn't resist taking the piss. God, that was a panel. That was a panel and a half. That was. I was hanging on for dear life, just hoping to try and steer it. Right. That's the World of Warcraft stuff done. But if anybody wants to know us, we're either on Area 52 or Roxar. Get in touch. I have to admit, I wouldn't mind doing some team play at some stage on there. I know you and Jess aren't having any of it at the moment.
We've just been busy.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm easy to find. All my tunes are named Spank something or other.
Yep, it's true. Oh, it's Spank something or other, because on the other thing it's sausage.
Yeah, sausage something or other. It's
Well,
going to be
shady
Spank on this
sausage,
one.
frail
Sausage on the other one, but yeah, on Rexar it's going to be Spank something. It's sausage on.
He's
52,
going with
right?
a theme.
Yes, always have to have a theme.
Yes.
I've also changed my name. I'm now Auntie Moo Moo.
Did you
There you
also
go.
cut your hair?
No.
Cut your hair and change your name? Gonna be a big rock star?
No.
No, unfortunately not.
No.
I don't think she's familiar
You're
with
doing
that
it
particular
again.
stuff.
This is why I do this.
I know.
Yep.
I know. You lose me totally. Every week, several times. I'm
So you're not going to be a big rock star living inside castles, driving 15 cars? No.
Why would I want 15 cars?
Because you're a big rock
Okay,
star.
here we go. You want 3 cars, all right?
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Possibly 4. Well, that depends. You want your little roadster, all right? That you can just pootle around in, drop the roof down if necessary. You know, nice down, arm out, driving by the sea, shades on. Then, if it snows, you need the 4x4. But you
No,
don't
you
need a
don't.
huge one, but you need the 4x4. Then, for everyday use, you have the electric car. For everyday use and, of course, distance driving, you have the electric car. And that's it. 3 cars. That's all you need.
I had the midlife crisis car,
All right. Okay. Yep.
and that rode perfectly on snow because it was so light it rode above it, and I could get around. I didn't sink too bad. Had a moonroof. I'm sorry, sunroof. Thing was awesome, and it was built for very small Korean people.
Mhm.
I am not. I am neither. I am neither small nor Korean. I was sitting in the back seat,
you
almost
checked?
always, all the way in the back seat. It was like police academy.
Me and
Lights out.
when I lived in Japan, I had an RX-7 right? With the right side drive, I had to learn how to shift left-handed and everything, and it was exactly like that. It was a good
Yeah.
thing the seats went ridiculously far back. And
Uh-huh.
oh my God.
I almost had to
I
rip the
feel your
seat
pain,
out
buddy.
in order to sit in the car comfortably, but I love that damn thing.
Fair
I had it
enough.
for 12 years.
It's amazing.
Beautiful, right?
Got it
Oh,
brand
my
new.
God. Mm.
It's amazing. Some of the crappiest cars I've owned are the ones I've really loved.
Yeah, right?
You know?
Hyundai Tiburon. The only reason I don't have it now is it would need so much work
I used
just
to
to
have a
keep
tiny
going.
little Nissan Micra. It was like a bubble car, almost. I mean, I thrashed it going up to Cardiff and back, doing 90 down the motorway, Naughty Siobhan. That was a good little car. It's tin cans now, unfortunately. But and then of course there was the immediate predecessor to Ernie, my electric car, and that was the Mark One, my Ford Focus, which was 20 years old and still fucking brilliant. And I think she's still going. Helen had her.
My car had a 6-cylinder engine, and when that started, you knew it.
You're American, Brian.
So I was sitting in the waiting room waiting for oil change and stuff, and I hear vroom, and I'm like, it's ready. Instant recognition.
Fair enough. It's a bit like hearing a Merlin engine. You know it's a Spitfire.
I've since changed up to a Honda Civic, mainly because I like the rear thing. It looks like a TIE fighter.
I got to.
This is my criteria.
With luck, I'll be getting a new car next year, one way or the other.
A little bit like Hyundai's too.
It's
They're a good car.
Hyundai. Apparently, they've changed the way it's said. It's Hyundai.
I don't care.
Have they?
The company have said.
Hyundai?
Yeah, I don't care. It's all how the
This
owner
is
says
my
it.
Ernie. You're talking about. She's the fastest.
My
milk throat in
Hyundai
the
was.
West.
I had a Hyundai Tiburon. That thing went like a bat out of the hell, and I loved every second of it.
So I'm just looking at Lilibet's requirements for a car space. She's 5'2". Dave was 6'3". It had to fit both of them.
Yep.
The only thing I can think of is some form of clown car.
That's exactly what it was like.
Oh.
I would get out and the car would be like under my armpit in height. And it was fantastic.
Well, mine's what they call a baby SUV. The only reason it's so big is because of the range on it. It is smaller on the inside. The back, there isn't a huge amount of room in the back, and there isn't a huge amount of room in the boot. Oh, sorry, the trunk.
And you see to it.
But I love my electric car. I wouldn't swap back given the choice at all. I really wouldn't. It's the future. I'm telling you that now. It's the future. Well, over
I keep
here,
hoping we'll go to hydrogen. Well, it's a better
the
fuel
trouble
source.
is the hydrogen network just isn't there at all.
It could be.
Electric network is, and again, there's the process.
Electric
There is
stations
the
still need to be
process
built.
of capturing the hydrogen.
You have a power grid to go. Well, actually, we can get it from water fairly easily. You can with an electrolysis, but they just haven't developed it yet. But there have been some promising breakthroughs made recently. So
See, the problem with switching over is the oil companies way too powerful.
Oh, you don't have
they
to
are.
tell me that.
Absolutely are. But the
You
thing
don't have to
is,
tell me I work for one.
what we got to do is sell it to Americans, because when they realize the hydrogen car will give them the same feeling driving it as gasoline engines, they'll be sold on it, because exhaust is water. What more could you want?
No, it was your former job that was the hospital.
Yeah.
So you're taking dirty oil money, are you?
Yeah.
We're all taking dirty oil money.
We're
one
all
way or
taking
another.
it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying anything. Dear. Well, I'm
sorry. Do you want to
I didn't
talk
sell
about
out.
BP
I
in
bought
the,
in.
in the Gulf of Mexico?
Oh dear me. The Flashing Blade, possibly not the greenest podcast in the world.
They want to be, but
So, no. Offset it by the fact that you have an electric car.
nah,
Offset it.
I can't do
That's
that.
the big thing, apparently, now.
I can't do it.
Offsets.
Charging station. I'd have to install a charging station, and I live in a complex.
Brian, about me having an electric car.
Oh, you? Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can offset
That's
what
about
you're
Donald.
doing by me having an electric car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Auntie is our
That joke
carbon
really
credit.
laboured, didn't it?
I
it
just
did.
enjoy being an inside adjutant. Agitator.
Are you working to bring them down?
Inside agitator.
No, but
No, I
I'm
didn't
just
think so.
inciting.
Actually, let's shorten that sentence. Are you working?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just working.
Right. There's not a huge amount to talk to this week. Housekeeping. We're changing things up a little bit. Apart from having a little bit come on, which I'm so looking forward to. You two Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She knows how to handle people like you. Trust me. Oh yeah. Oh, she doesn't just talk the talk. I'll tell you that now. Anyway, she's probably giggling like a loon if she's listening to this. Yeah, we're changing the way we're doing Big Finish. More often than not, Big Finishers have a tendency to come out on Thursday. Now, as a result, it only gives us a couple of days to listen to them and form thoughts. And because they're also so new, one of the main problems I've had over the years is spoilers.
Yep.
Yes, please. I'll have some. Yeah, so if we have a week's buffer between a story coming out and then us reviewing it, that gives us more time, and also it means, well, it's been a week. Spoilers, we can do spoilers. Why not? And it's going to make reviewing it a lot more
Be
easy.
glorious.
A lot more easy. English teacher joining us, thank God. Oh, I say English, American English. Fucking. Sorry,
You realize
English.
something, right?
The true English, right?
there'll be three
Yeah.
English, American.
1, 2, 3 Americans and you.
I didn't know when I was well off. Trust me, I know Lilibet. I know Lilibet well. Lilibet will not take sides.
That's fine.
She will decide, and it's that simple.
That's fine.
You think that I'm the matriarch around here? Just you wait.
Okay.
You wait. Sorry, I'm building her up.
Okay.
Ah, dear. She'll never live
You're
up
trying to terrify us, and it's
It's
just
not going to work. It's just
No.
not going to work at all. So anyway, that's what's happening in Big Finish. There's no Big Finish this week. Next Sunday, we will be reviewing Short Trips Volume 12, which is an anthology set, Spanky.
Yes.
I caught that when I downloaded it.
Ah, good. Right.
I finally got it to download, right?
Do we actually have proper literature over here anymore? Something I meant to say, because somebody was questioning a sort of a YouTube thing. Well, I didn't watch it, but it was a thumbnail. It could have been... It wasn't Decoding the Unknown. It might have been one of Simon Whistler's other channels. But did Shakespeare exist?
Who wrote Beethoven's Fifth?
Now then. Now
Mhm.
then.
Did you see the thing on the reptilians I sent you?
No. Oh,
No?
it looks so sad. I sort of know about it. I will have a look at it. I promise you I will do.
They actually call it the Silurian hypothesis.
I know.
Silurian
It's a
hypothesis.
legit
Gotta
term.
love it.
From the Silurian period.
Yes.
Good God, did Malcolm Hulk actually get it right? We'll find out, maybe. Who knows? Science. How wonderful.
Maybe he just loved conspiracies, right?
Well, no. He was a communist. It doesn't mean. Oh, hang on a little bit. It's just he did.
That means he probably lived still.
First folio. Yep. No, I'm not. I'm not saying he didn't exist. Trust me. I'm leading up to something here. A little story. Of course, Shakespeare existed. For fuck's sake. Bloody ridiculous.
There's always gonna be
However,
that debate
were the
in one of your college
57
classes, right?
scholars correct?
That we'll never know.
Was it Lord such and so, or actually Kit Marlowe, or was it this other guy, or yada yada yada? It was there's always some kind of weird debate that they try and put out in college, at least, that
Culture.
Shakespeare
on
was
the flashing
three
blade.
people, or one person, or not anybody but a man named William Shakespeare.
We can do culture. We can do literature.
That's our mandate. We
Culturally.
educate
Exactly.
and we entertain.
Bacteria.
Yes,
Yep,
quite.
we
So
culture.
anyway, earlier this week, I am sat outside the cafe. Capital letters. It's the definite article.
You realize it's like below zero right now, right?
Only this evening. It was a bit warmer earlier in the week.
Well, it's up to 40 now here
You're
today.
getting a text.
Yes.
I think I'm going to get a copyright strike for that.
Oh, well.
Oh, we get copyright hit every week because play the Flashing Blade theme tune. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, you can get copyright hit by, when you've licensed music or anything else like that. Someone will still try it on, and the way the system's set up is, they just once they've put in a complaint, they don't have to do anything else, and it'll just automatically go to them. Mm-hmm. It's not good. And Egan, excellent. Yes, that's the one. A little bit still there, and I'm still sat in my spot. When I die, I want a statue of me sat in that spot with a coffee, with a sculptured coffee and a nonchalant cigarette. Anyway, there's a reason for this. Sat outside the cafe, and as you know, I've been having some trouble with trans abuse over the road, and one of the guys who'd actually seen this had come up to me and started talking to me and whatever. And then, anyway, I saw him earlier this week. And we started talking. Nice bloke. Unfortunately, he thought he hadn't had a vaccine because he was scared of microchips. Right. Okay.
Oh, the disinformation doesn't strike again. Oh my God.
Look.
It gets better than
If
that.
the vaccine
Stanky.
caused mutations or put in microchips, I'm missing a lot out on my superpower origins.
I am saying.
I mean, this could have been my origin story, for God's sake.
Just say the disconnect between why would Bill Gates need to inject you with microchips when you pay him to track you with a device you'll fight to the death to keep on you, your cell phone. It records everything you say, everywhere you go, everything you do, every text, every call. What need have they for microchips? You're all carrying cell phones.
I'm not adding to any of
That
that.
should have been the one that everybody laughed out of the office, and it's the one that stuck the hardest. What the hell?
Anyway,
Urgh.
I mean, I agree with every single word Spanky says there. I had to push it, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
I did.
Mm-hmm.
So I asked him if he believed the moon landings had happened. There was a wheezing groaning sound.
I got the break on.
Blake. That's the sound of the relative dimensional stabilizer. Stabilizator? Oh, well, George W. Bush did. Anyway, I asked him if the moon landings had happened, and yes, he did not believe the moon landings had happened.
Is he a flat earther too?
Oh, hang on. We didn't get that far
Oh,
because I ended up having to give an impromptu lecture on Newtonian physics.
you know you can't get through to people like that, right?
As one does.
Oh, I did.
As
I
one
did
does.
get through.
Did you?
This is the surprise of this.
You got them to change their viewpoint?
I've opened their eyes, yeah. You see, his reasoning, when I asked him, for not believing it was the fact that the dust just didn't float. It always seemed to settle down whenever they walked.
As dust does on the gravitational field.
He didn't think the moon had gravity.
How
It's
did he think that?
1/6 that of Earth.
I
Yeah.
pointed this out, and then he was looking a bit confused, so I had to explain how gravity was generated.
Just YouTube it or Google it. It's right there.
No,
the
no,
moon has
no.
a
He
Wikipedia
had
page.
Auntie lecturing him.
I'm sure.
I found an imaginary Victorian fireplace mantle, which I leaned on. Pipe. Well, right, it was a cigarette, but you get the idea. And
There you go.
I lectured. And I got through to him because I'd
So
I'd
It's almost like
explained.
that Travels with Speed show.
I'd explained to him his problem with it, and so therefore it had gone away. And I was rather chuffed about that. It was something I was not expecting to have to ever do, to be honest with you. But that was fun. Oh, God. Nice bloke. Really nice bloke. And he's not dumb. I'll tell you that now. He's not stupid. He's got a brain on him. It's just where you get the information from and how gullible you are. You know?
That's true. Most people live in a mirrored bubble online and, in most of their lives, then they only have their prejudices and misinformation reflected back at them. It's very unfortunate, and because, of confirmation bias, most people take the first thing they hear as God's gospel, and they will fight to the death to keep it in their head no matter how wrong it is. Confirmation bias will be the death of our species. And stupidity.
You're doing really well tonight, and I don't mean that in a patronising way. You're being very, very, very nice. I like it.
Am I?
More, please, Spanky. More.
Shocking. Oh my
Can
God.
you do more?
What have I done wrong?
Can you?
Where did
no,
I go
no,
wrong?
No. This is good. This is good, Spanky. You're making sense. Jesus Christ, boy.
Sense? I make sense like I don't know, 3 times a month at least.
And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, if that wasn't a particular hint. Oh, fuck, where is the other one? It's Doctor Who. The fourth Doctor Who. I'm sorry, but in this particular instance, it's Tom, so therefore, the fourth.
It's Tom. He's
Yeah.
the fourth.
Yeah.
Period.
End
That's
of.
it.
No questions. Chibnall, you're wrong. Where it comes to Tom. No, sorry.
It's Tom.
It's Tom. And his plucky girl assistant, Sarah Jane Smith, are on their way back from Inter Minor. No, not Inter Minor. I do apologise. Zeta... No! I can't remember the name of the planet. The planet of evil.
We haven't reviewed that one.
It could have been Zeta Minor. Oh, we're heading... I mean, we're doing more Hinchcliffe, as you can tell. We'll get there.
I know.
Don't worry. And unfortunately, they run into a thing in space, which causes...
A thing, you say?
I do. Which causes the TARDIS model on strings to wobble a bit. Just before that, an Edwardian archaeologist opens up a tomb in Egypt. Shouldn't have done that.
Antifreezing?
Shouldn't have done that.
No.
No.
Did
This-
Auntie freeze or did I freeze?
You froze
You
your
did.
Spanky love. But it's an
Bugger.
action shot, so...
I know what to do about that though. Okay, hopefully that'll.
You're going to have to pay attention,
rid of
aren't
the
you? It's the Pyramids of Mars, boys and girls. Possibly the story I consider to be, aside from Genesis of the Daleks, but Genesis of the Daleks for some reason never sits in the same area as other Tom Baker stories. It's out there on its own. But Pyramids of Mars, I think, is the best of the rest, quite frankly. It is so atmospheric. It's played so straight. There's lovely interaction between Sarah and the Doctor. I remember from original transmission the mummies in the woods and what happened to poor Ernie Clemens. And yes, we did copy that in the playground. Mary Whitehouse was right. Ah, dear. And as I was one of the larger children, I had to be a mummy. I couldn't be the fourth Doctor Who. I didn't have dark hair. But my God, during the time of Pertwee, there was no stopping me. Anyway. Technically written by Louis Greffier, it was really rewritten by Robert Holmes, the script editor, and you can tell. Everything comes together with the Pyramids of Mars. Even when they actually get to Mars. And they start having to rely on visual effects more. It doesn't jar too much. Let's put it that way. And it's just a good story. It really, really is brilliant. It's one you'd recommend to somebody who'd never seen Doctor Who before, quite frankly. Who'd like to go first, gentlemen? Brian, please.
Okay, so I really like this story. Good. I love it. It ticks all of my necessary things. What I really love about it, though, is back in the 70s, in 1970, Eric Von Daniken put out a book called Chariots of the Gods.
Yes, I know it. Yeah.
In which he posits that all the gods in mythology and whatever were actually space aliens.
Yep.
And this show just picks up after
it. got quite big at one point.
It got huge. Oh, yeah. There were Time Life books on this stuff. People started looking at the Voyager space probe pictures of Mars and stuff a lot closer. They found the face on Mars. They thought they found more pyramids on Mars.
There are pyramids on Mars. Whether they actually are or if they're just shadow creations, I don't know.
Well, in Caledonia, it looks to be it's either kind of like the Grand Canyon or it's a lost city. 6 and 1/2 dozen in the other.
It's like that in Scotland.
Caledonia is an area on Mars.
Caledonia is Scotland.
Yes, I understand that, but there's also an area on
Mars. Names
Mars.
Again.
Yes.
Oh, bloody hell. We can't have
and that's
nice.
Also where the face is and where they think the pyramids are.
I know. I know. I got reference from the Sarah Jane Adventures.
Yeah, it's really cool to see stuff like that just get influenced. How one book can just influence a whole genre of science fiction.
I don't know how they didn't drop one rover directly like on top of the face. Like, why don't we put one there and just see what the hell that is? But, okay.
Oh, no, you can't do that because they'll anger the little green men.
They will, right? We're not allowed to mess with their national monuments.
They're not that great. They're not that little.
No, they're not.
That's why they haven't put one on top of the Mount Rushmore.
Right? Wait. Yeah. Do you mean the big green guys with the multiple arms or the little gray ones?
No, I'm talking about the big green guys wearing reptilian armor and with sonic blasters built into them.
Oh, those are
those are the original inhabitants of Mars. And until they prove it otherwise.
No, they were on Hera. Never mind. Anyway, going back to this show. Before we got sidetracked into so much other.
Can I just point out that our run up to this lasted nearly an hour?
I know.
That's quite good. That's quite good.
The Flashing Blade is nothing but sidetracks. Just so we're clear.
I just really love the idea of Suteth being imprisoned on Mars. Sutek. And then when they did the dissolve into the real form of it, it's an Anubis.
Yep.
Yep.
Had to love it.
Whereas Sutak is actually supposed to be a wolf-headed god, and Anubis has the jackal head. I'm just saying there.
You
Just saying.
shop at the sign of the jackal-headed man. Hey,
You
Freakazoid.
just got to get it right.
Freakazoid basically replied to my tweets. Paul Rugg, the writer and the guy who plays him, he put up something about a Halloween character that people shouldn't say the name of, and I sent him an amusing comic strip thing about it, and he loved it. So
Hester? Hester?
Sorry, are you going to name Freakazoid villains?
No, I'm just going to name Halloween characters you really shouldn't say the name of.
No, this is specific to Freakazoid.
Oh, no.
You
I was just going to say
until
Beetlejuice.
until you've experienced Freakazoid.
Beetlejuice?
Sorry, say again.
Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice.
Oh no, you've said it lots. Oh,
I've
dear.
summoned Michael Keaton. Oh my God.
Say I'm Batman. Go on, say I'm Batman.
Yeah. So anyway, back to Doctor Who.
Sorry, what?
I just think this was a really solid episode. Sarah Jane was not the damsel in
Series of
distress.
episodes. Series of episodes.
Arc.
Series. It's a serial.
It's an arc.
in fact. It's a serial. A serial
Yeah.
in 4
It's
parts.
It's an arc.
I will take the American out of you somehow. That sounds wrong. That's just occurred to me. I do apologize. Oops.
No. A little bit has a good point. This has been done before.
Oh, good.
And will be
Lord,
done
yes.
again.
Oh, Christ, yes. Especially with Sarah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. I told you she was good, didn't I? Told you.
Yeah.
Sarah Jane
That's
grows
fine.
a lot as a character throughout
It's
the
fine.
series.
I like good.
She was a great companion.
Lilibet.
Sarah Jane is
Terrified
awesome. That's
and
why
a
she
little
got
bit
her own
terrified.
series, and everybody's
Yeah.
was mourning her death.
Just saying.
I think we got a slightly rose-tinted version of Sarah for the Sarah Jane Adventures.
I don't.
It didn't. There was something about
The
her
entire
character-
series was made for children, though.
No,
That's true.
well, yes, but it was more like classic Doctor Who than the new series.
Yes,
fair.
yes, that was
And
the idea, though.
There was something about her character to me that just seemed a little off. She was often far too serious when she should have been lighter. Now, you could put that down to character development. But
The pressures of being a single mother.
it was wonderful seeing her with Katie Manning in Death of the Doctor.
Yes.
Because Sarah lightened right up. And it was, yeah, that's Sarah. And I wish they'd stop calling her Sarah Jane. It's Sarah. Okay, I got that out of my... Well, I haven't got that out of my system.
You feel better now?
No.
have that.
Can we talk more about the Egyptian stuff?
Helena Bonham Carter doesn't know I exist.
It's okay.
Sorry, carry on. What?
I'm just
Please, more Surtec.
going to have an awkward pause.
Oh, I think we need an awkward pause.
Those
yes.
are good. We love those.
Anyway, Spanky, what did you make of Pyramids of Mars? Come on, boy, swallow it down.
I'm still waiting for Brian to finish.
We finished.
Apparently, I'm finished.
Oh, have you more to say? I do.
I was
apologise.
going to say more, but I mean, you know.
No, you carry on.
Can you,
You know,
Brian?
Spanky can just sit back and whilst you make all his points. No, seriously, you carry on, Brian.
I wish he would.
So having the robots be mummies,
Yes.
I liked it.
it was a good thing, but they looked way too robotic. You know,
Yeah.
with the gigantic chest that, in order to kill people, they have to crush them in between each other.
Right?
Really?
That weird strangling.
Yeah, That
went back
just
to Peter
isn't cool.
Cushing.
I had no fear of those mummies.
You see,
Yeah.
when I was little and I watched it, I did.
No, the wearing kind of set the scale for me, and I was never afraid of those mummies.
I mean, they had them wrapped in wrappings. They could have put anything under there. Why did they have to make them look so
Well, they
goofy?
put Tom Baker under there, and boy, was he unhappy.
Mm.
That is Tom as a mummy when the Doctor's a mummy.
Oh no, I believe it. It's just
He was not happy.
I don't blame him. It had to suck.
Yeah.
There are so
More
many
strange
ways they
truth,
could have
sir.
gone instead of barrel-chested mummies with arms that they can't
Right.
use.
Yeah,
There's-
basically.
there's some brilliant
Kittens.
actors, some British actors in here. Bernard Archer, for example, playing Marcus Scarman. Of course, the wonderful Mr. Brosnan himself, whose name Michael. I can't say Keating again. Michael Keaton. Michael Keating.
They're supported. I get it.
No. Michael Sher.
Sometimes a mummy needs a little support.
Trust me, love, you'd hate a bra if you had to wear one. You can tell they're invented by a fucking man. Right. No, Michael Shard, or Sheard, who's been in Doctor Who lots of times, and also he played Admiral Ozzel in The Empire Strikes Back. Thought you'd appreciate that.
I do.
And Hitler several times.
I don't do that.
Well, I think Stephen Moffat said it right. People like Hitler, the worst thing you can do is laugh at them. So that's what we fucking do. We remember their atrocities, but we laugh at them.
And then we put them in the cupboard.
Yep.
Yes, and then obviously you put Hitler in the cupboard. It's
You
the
always put
20 years
Hitler in the
after his
cupboard.
death, that's going to be Putin. I would love to point that out right now. 20 years after he's dead, all the Hitler cameos you see on shows and things where he looks so stupid, those will default to Putin.
It's going to be a shirtless Putin riding a bear.
Oh yeah,
It's
going to be great.
Right. There was a comedy show in the States called Heil, Honey, I'm Home, with the Hitlers, Hitler and Eva Braun together as the Hitlers, living
They
next
did
door
that
to a
in England
Jewish
too,
couple.
didn't they? Wasn't there a British sitcom like that as well? There are
may
Nazis
have- I may
hiding
have
out
got
at an inn in England somewhere or something like that. And they're
No. I think you're thinking of the Lower Low. No, the
Maybe.
Jewish. They lived next door to a Jewish couple. Who the hell thought that was appropriate to put on the telly?
How old is it and when did it come out?
I think we're looking 70s or 80s.
A lot of drugs were done in the 70s. A lot of drugs.
yeah,
that's
a lot of
fair,
cocaine,
that's-
some
Mind you,
acid.
to be
I'm
fair,
sure.
it's still the same. The industry's still the bloody same. It really is. It's
You know.
disgusting.
Yeah, just look
We need
at
to clean
Wizards
up
of the
the
Coast.
Yes. I started watching a new Critical Role. Well, it's not new. It's their live show, The Search for Grog.
Yes.
I'm watching that and I'm loving every second of it. I really am. I can see what you want us to become, Brian.
Yes.
Very much
yes.
so. I can see
Exactly.
We won't get that audience, but
No.
God, wouldn't it be lovely?
We won't get the audience, but I'm hoping we can get our skills up to that.
Yeah, and also the improvisational
skills there, that would be
and
great, yeah.
whatever. You know? Yeah, I need to talk to you about my character because I've come up with a reason for shape changing all the time.
To piss me off?
No, it's in
To
character.
make me work
Basically
harder.
it, yeah.
It's in character.
Okay. Oh,
I-
in character. Oh,
we'll come
out
in-
of character
we will
is to
come-
piss me off and make me work harder.
No. I have a character explanation for this. Shut up, you vile thing.
I still say it's to make me work harder. Gotta change a goddamn template and picture every 5 fucking minutes.
Lilibet, thank you.
There we go.
Wiki says it was 1990 and it was a British show. For which
Thank you.
I can only apologise.
1990, Jesus.
No.
That doesn't even have the. Well, maybe it does have the drug excuse, but still.
The 1990, we're talking Manchester and the E culture. Culture. So yeah.
E
they
as
were not their
in,
places.
you
Ecstasy.
know, Molly, type
Ecstasy.
Yeah.
What's
Molly
Big Fish, Little Fish cardboard box.
raves.
Yeah, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know what this means. I think this might be the international sign language for raves.
No,
No,
it's
Well,
not.
That's still
No.
out there.
No.
Oh dear.
You're drowning. Garrett Guffey drowning in
that's
Jello.
quite good. I sort of what I used to love about Jersey's flag. It was basically white flag with two with a red cross, but X, yeah, which is great. That was our island's flag. Except in the international flag language, if you fly that flag from your boat or your ship, it means I'm
Very
in
French.
distress.
Mm-hmm.
They changed the flag. They put 3 lions on it, or leopards, whatever.
To be fair, it's Jersey. It could be in distress.
It is in
Sure,
distress.
they were in distress.
There you go.
St Helier has turned into just one entire coffee shop. Seriously, the amount of cafes walking through there, and I mean, you appreciate things will change over the years. But this is Douglas Adams had a theory about the shoe event horizon. It's explained, I think, in The Hitchhiker's Guide, in the second
Just gonna
series,
settle
I
in
think,
with a cookie.
where basically too many shoe shops end up on the high street. The secondary economies are all based around the shoe shops. And as a result, the shoes themselves lose quality, which means people have to buy more, and it just ends up in a singularity situation. It's like that in Jersey, but with coffee shops. and
Okay,
cafes.
so back to the Egyptian stuff. I'm trying. It's hard.
Oh, you're trying, all right. Yes.
I'm trying to
baby.
keep it on the rails. I mean, there's a tangent
Don't go
at
down without a
every
My
intersection.
ADHD is really kicking
Fight.
up at the
We're
moment.
doing it.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Spanky,
sorry.
what did you think?
Hang on a second.
Oh,
I like the episode.
Spank-
here. I
Spanky.
give the fuck up.
Spanky.
Spanky, what do you think?
Spanky,
Robots pissed me
what
off
do you
too.
think? You've broken him now.
I like the episode, but again,
He's gone orange.
the robots pissed me off more than anything.
Does that mean he's an orange lantern?
Because you had him wrapped up. I can put.
Oh. And now he's
more
frozen.
White. I don't know. No, am I frozen? Damn it!
You're back. You're
See,
back.
I
We
have to
got
be
you. We
orange
got
or
you.
Frozen. That's it. Yeah. Anyway, so robots were a problem just because they're wrapped up. Why did they have to look like such junky robots? Other
I
than
have
that,
no problem
I
with
liked
them
it.
being
thought it was
wrapped up.
great.
I
thought it
have
was
a
great way to
problem
kill
with
the
their
bad guy in the
overall
end.
design.
Yeah. No, I wasn't.
It was garbage.
I didn't have a problem with them being wrapped up. Because they were
Right.
wrapped up, though, you could have, because no one could see what was under the wrapping. You could have put anything in there.
Yeah, exactly. You could have had just straight up guys wrapped
Why
up
couldn't they
in
have
a
looked-
mummy
yeah, exactly.
suit. They didn't have to look like crap.
Yeah, I'm saying that was it. That was my
Superior
big complaint about it. But everything else,
Face
I liked.
waste
Yeah.
my ass.
My ass.
Build some fucking
exactly.
good robots.
So, damn straight.
That's it, is it? Robots.
Anyway,
Robots
that
of
was
Mars.
largely where the rant was going for that. Yeah,
Okay.
and I really liked how they killed.
I'm guessing he means Sutek, using the time delay thing and everything else like that. But
Yeah,
Mhm.
we'll never know. Really.
Sutek.
I did like the fact that the gardener used to
Smarmack,
fish with dynamite.
I don't know.
That was
Like that.
awesome.
It's like
Yeah.
in WoW. the
Well, we've
dwarven
got plenty of
fishing
Angelic
pole.
Night. We'll just go see the
Boom.
poacher.
Yeah. Sweaty Gelinite. Oh, that's
We're
bad.
gonna get that. Oh, just over here. Yeah.
The gardener uses it to
Here you
get rid of
go, wings, a
gophers and
box.
fish all the time.
What are you
When's a
looking for
box of
now?
Explosives at him, right?
Detonators. Ooh. Why don't you just try
Yeah.
sneezing on it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I misquoted.
Yeah, it I love it when they go back
Right.
to time where nothing is regulated. That's
Mhm.
hilarious. Hey, we have dynamite in the garage. Don't worry, it's only
Plenty right
sweating
here.
a little
Boom,
bit.
Dynamite. That's right. It's only
What the
sweating a little.
hell?
I think you can tell.
What is this? What again? Oh, nitroglycerin. That's right. Wait a second.
Okay, Spanky, we are having a little bit of trouble with you at the moment. You're doing a lot of freezing and your sound's dropping out as a result. Just so you know.
Bugger. Sorry. Yeah.
No,
I can't do anything
apologise. It
about
can't
it,
be helped, my love.
unfortunately.
But just so you understand,
I'm
we
going to
might
work on this.
keep going whilst you're frozen.
No, keep going. If anything, please soldier on.
Yeah. Well,
If I
it'll be
freeze
difficult, but
or
we'll
drop out or
try.
whatever, yeah.
Keep calm and carry on.
Yeah, so we
That's
enjoyed Doctor Who and the Pyramid of Mars. Pyramid of Mars, or Pyramid of Mars, as one of the continuity announcers once said. We still need to talk about Dalek Attack for a little bit. So she saw we've got apparently we've got a schedule. Oh, hang on, look at the heartbreaking scenes of Lawrence not understanding that his brother is really not Marcus anymore. There we go.
This is true. This is true.
This is what we needed.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah, no. This is absolutely true. When Marcus realized that his brother
Real
was actually
emotional.
taken
It was
over by Sutek, it was
I
heartbreaking. And then,
I don't think he ever accepted it,
almost
even
killed
when
the
he was
doctor.
being
he
Very
killed.
did.
keen.
He did try to reach him at the end and was very close, but
Yeah.
Sutek's influence was just
But I
so
still
damn strong.
don't think that Marcus realised, even unto his death.
No.
No. It's yes, that is heartbreaking, quite frankly.
And that not being able to accept, that is what eventually causes his death.
Yeah, yes, you're quite right.
Yeah.
You are quite right. Oh dear, that's sad. Gloomy now. Dalek Attack was a computer game
Oh,
back in the 90s. There was a couple of cheat codes that I remember. Roger Moore and James Bond were never good singers. And what was the other one? D5 Gamma Z Alpha. That was another one. You could skip levels and whatever. It was a good little platformer. Fun for its time.
I just remember the Warcraft cheat codes. It is a good day to die.
Fair enough. But there we go. A little bit. We've spoken about Dalek Attack for you. No, what had happened was the Twitch apparently has a schedule for us. Or schedule. I can never remember who says what. And I had no idea. But it's got a picture of Dalek Attack, the cover to this computer game next to it.
Yeah, that's because he used to just put it in as Dalek Attack.
Why is it all changing now then?
I don't know.
It's like with Mixcloud. At the moment, I'm trying to sort out a way of having the audios from these video shows put on a podcast feed. And I want to continue what's going on Mixcloud, who is hosting them. They automatically scoop up podcasts and seem to host everything. I just discovered all ours there, and I thought, well, there we go. I've got somewhere I can put the newer shows onto. No, I can't at the moment, because my account, Mixcloud account, isn't the one that created this list for the Flashing Blade. It was their bot that did it. So I now need to get them. I'm contacted support waiting for a reply. I now need them to say, yeah, okay, you can upload onto this feed. But I'm going to possibly have to jump through the hoops to prove it.
You could, put it up while you're doing Mixcloud. You could also put it up on like Apple Podcasts and everything.
Well, that's the thing. That's the plan, because with luck we'll get an RSS feed out of it.
Yeah.
And we can use that. But again, I don't want to start a whole new section when we can just add to the old section.
Makes sense.
It would.
Just don't be like Rusty Quill. They're the company behind the Magnus Archives and several other podcasts. I hear they're kind of shady, but the Magnus Archive podcast is fantastic.
Whereas we're not shady, but we're crap.
Yeah.
No. And so the world
A lot of the podcasts I used to listen to are they just fell off. So I'm going to have to start figuring out more podcasts.
Pseudopod. You'd like Pseudopod.
I don't like Pseudopod.
What, horror stories?
Yeah, no, I'm not big on anthologies.
Oh, I do work for them.
That's why I don't listen to, the No Sleep podcast or something.
Right. Well, just
However,
so
I did listen to I do like an anthology that has an overarching theme to it.
Yes,
like
I've seen that
the
before.
Magnus Archives, like the Alexandria Archives, Archive 81.
Ow! Cat. I should plug Pseudopod. It's an anthology of horror story. It's a spin-off to Escape Pod, which is science fiction stories. Pseudopod is horror stories. I've done a fair bit of work for them, narrating stories. It's paid work as well, which is nice. But yeah, I really recommend it. 'Cause some of those stories are heart-rendering. They really are that good. So there we go. Listen, that's an extra packet of cat biscuits we're talking about for me.
I'm not saying anything against it. I'm just, I know a lot of podcasts that do stories like that are absolutely will stick the knife in, twist it, and then you scream, twist it more.
Yeah.
I know a lot of podcasts like that. Speaking of podcasts,
we both did that at exactly the same time. That's
That's awesome.
Good. That's scary. Please, go and listen to Professor Dave's Ark in Space, starring Willibit the Lunder Girl I spoonerized. That went wrong. Starring Lilibet the Wonder Girl. Oh, bloody hell. It's eclectic. Let's put it that way. You never quite know what you're going to get. And it's great. Grumpy old man and a chirpy sidekick. Yeah. There's a story contained within that podcast going all the way. And it's worth following. So Professor Dave's Ark in Space, PDAIS. It's available on places where you get podcasts.
Places where you find podcasts.
Yeah.
If you're into podcasts, you already know them.
Yeah. Right then. So this is where I take a sit back. Like I say, Big Finish next week. Short trips. Little bit. Don't worry. I'll be sorting out links for you, my love. If you have time to do Big Finish, I appreciate it. If you don't, teacher, for heaven's sakes, teacher. So
It's okay. Spring break is coming up soon.
I know a lot of teachers. It's not.
I gotta
good.
grab a wolf. I'll be
okay.
right back.
Well, this could be difficult
What? Why? What?
because I didn't watch this week's Space Above and Beyond.
And he's just
And
not
he just
making
walked-
any sense. He's making less sense than normal. Let's face facts. Yeah.
Honestly,
Shall we
Can you
just?
tell?
Yeah,
yeah.
shall we? Let's have another awkward pause.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what you're doing.
I'm petting my dog.
Oh right.
What the fuck do you think I'm
wrong,
doing?
Ryan. It looked wrong.
I'm down like this. Petting my dog, looking down, petting my doggy.
Oh dear. Oh, cool. Anyway, we've still got Callan to talk about.
Sadly,
But oi, don't-
it's not a sci-fi show, is it?
No, it isn't. It's archive television. I've told you this is an archive TV show. Yes, it concentrates on Doctor Who, but it's archive television as well. And don't knock Callan until you've watched it.
I did watch it.
You watched the pilot episode. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So, mind you, to be fair, this particular episode wasn't that good. I'll make a start on it. Shall I make a start on it?
Alrighty, let's see. Okay, there we go. Yay.
So,
Okay.
Spanky, what did you
Yes.
think of Space Above and Beyond Pearly?
Evil git.
I think of Space Above and Beyond. You can't prosecute West for a crime Wayne committed, unfortunately, but it wasn't like West wasn't a traitor first, so, I just wish that someone would have gone, Remember that time West ran out on us? Let's kill him first. But they had the British guy there to blame, so naturally blame fell to him first.
I should point something out now. As well, boys and girls. However, that Spanky doesn't. Brian didn't watch Space Above and Beyond, Spanky.
Yes, he did not.
And as
He
a
never
result,
does.
you're left with it. Good luck. Off you go.
Well, Joey, you didn't watch it either?
I don't watch Space Above and Beyond. I tried it for
Oh,
several
refuses to.
episodes,
Okay,
not just the pilot.
This episode was called Pearly, and predominantly it's about a man and his unnatural affection for his tank. Not to be confused
Not
with the in
Lieutenant
vitro
Gruber. With his little
members
tank.
of the cast, right? The artificial humanoids that are sometimes used as soldiers in the series. No, but an actual armored vehicle. And how once he dies, they take that with them. And you see a few return characters from previous episodes, such as some of the silicates are there, these artificial humanoids that cause all manner of problems. And Wang betrays, of course, the unit because he dirtbagged on him by confessing and making one of those I'm a war crime type guy videos, which never got released apparently. And so he was threatened with that to steal a power cell to the vehicle they were running in, which they needed to get to where they were going so they could be extracted. And long story short, Wang did not get shot, killed, or murdered, and he is now my second favorite character behind West. I want to see them both die. Yes, please kill Wang and West. Please, 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 please. Can they just die a horrific death? But we're not going to give out any more information on
the
that.
next episode up is called R&R, and I vividly remember this one.
Mhm.
So it should be a little interesting.
Fair enough. Good. Well, I think we covered that in our usual depth. Quite pleased
We
about
did.
that. I got a problem.
Do you now?
I do.
Just one?
Just one?
No, two, actually. I'm running out of tobacco, which means anti-smash.
Anti-smash.
I don't think I've got enough to buy any more. I should be getting some
Cat's
tomorrow
ass.
from my mechanic.
Cat ass.
but,
Yay, cat ass.
it's getting through
Okay,
till
from your
tomorrow, and it's not
mechanic, so
guaranteed.
we're not talking regular tobacco. We're
No, we are talking
honey
regular
green
tobacco.
tobacco.
Love. No, we're talking
Oh,
regular
okay.
tobacco, love.
I remember your mechanic is your dope dealer, so what can I say? Your weed dealer, right?
You see, it
The
used to be Retta who'd do this. She'd go into a situation when we role played, and she'd blurt out everything.
Well, that was her character.
Yeah, I know. And
Her
Retta
character was
superb at
designed
it.
to do that. There is a
Absolutely superb
specific
at it.
hindrance called Big Mouth.
Yeah, no, I'm totally there for it. I didn't expect Spanky to do it live on the show.
I did
done this
not create
before.
his character. I'm sorry.
We've done this before. We've been over you and your relationship with your mechanic back. Remember when he borrowed your car and never brought it back?
Oh, no, don't. That was a different mechanic.
I'm just saying. Oh, okay, my bad. I didn't know we
Seriously,
had a new
I'm not
mechanic.
that stupid. I'm not going to hang around and going anywhere near him
I'm
again.
just, I don't know.
Jesus. No, my mechanic he's a decent bloke. He doesn't let me down. I don't let him down. It's a good way to make to build a working relationship. That's good. Yes. So this week, I have mostly been being Wade. Why is
Okay.
this?
Is he an actual mechanic?
What? He fiddles around with cars. Anyway, I've mostly been being Wade. I went to the doctors. You see, I need to hit a certain weight for surgery, and I have lost shitload. I was 23 stone. You can.
What's
work-
that in human terms?
Well, you work in pounds and ounces, don't you?
Mhm.
So, how many pounds to
Known as 8 pounds, right?
I don't know.
16,
That's
I
why I'm
forget.
asking you.
16.
16 pounds.
16 ounces to a pound.
Yeah, 8 pounds to 16 pounds to a stone.
I don't know.
Yeah, 16 pounds to a stone, right?
Right.
That was 308 pounds.
And I'm now. Well, this is the trouble. There are 4 sets of scales involved. Okay, 4. Count them.
14 pounds per stone. Sorry.
Last time I was at the doctor's, the scales said I was 1612. So you can take that away from 23 and see how well I've done. However, the chemist's scales put me slightly over 17 stone, and my home scales put me at 17.5 stone. This is all at roughly the same time, same day sort of thing. Friday, I got weighed again at the doctor's. It now said I'm 17.5. But the chemist scales say I've lost several pounds.
Chemist? Pharmacy chemist?
Pharmacy chemist.
Okay.
Now, I do have previous on this in that... Oh, and my home scales have gone down by about half a stone as well. I am fairly certain that one of the sets of scales at the doctor's is anywhere up to a stone out in its measurement. It measures too little. Therefore, when I thought I was 1612, it's probably I was more like 17 something. So I've got the doctor's tomorrow. Got to have my blood pressure done. And I'm going to ask them to go and get the other scales, and we're going to try both of them out and see what comes up. I could be totally wrong, in which case I will break down and cry, because I have been working my arse off to try and
Cat's ass.
lose weight. It's interesting. Most people would see a cow and go, cow. They say cat's ass.
That is our thing. You know, instead of making my way, it's cat's ass.
What's cowhan?
Oh.
Callum!
It's me not being able to spell Callahan.
Who's Callahan? Apart from former Prime Minister.
I don't know who Callahan is.
What the hell are you doing?
I'm not typing that.
Lord Sidious, and not a word on Callahan.
Oh, that. Callahan. Yes, exactly.
Who's Callahan?
I don't know.
Then why were you typing that?
I don't know who Callahan is.
Oh, God, I want
Who's on first?
It is.
What's
it
on
is. It's
second?
who's on first. God, I love that sketch. That is so...
Well, who is on first?
Who's on second?
No, who's on first?
No, who's on second?
What's on second?
I don't know.
He's on third base.
Who's on third?
No, who's on
Who's
first?
on first?
I don't know.
No, I don't know is on third base. Who is on first?
What's on first?
No, what is on second? Stop moving
I
these
don't
people
know.
around. I don't know is on third base.
That's not bad for an improvisation, to be fair. You see, Abbott Costello.
Has
Another
all
comedy
the-
double
all
act
the-
Laurel and Hardy.
The glory of there's a hole in the bucket.
Dear Liza,
Gotta
dear
love
Liza.
that. Dear Liza, right?
It does a little bit. Thank you very much, but it doesn't matter. Whatever weight I drop down to, because they're phoning me in March, it still won't be enough for them. They keep moving the goalposts. Right then, Callan.
Callan.
Oh,
Callan.
Alan.
I don't know what is.
okay. The Valliard is getting engaged to that woman off Tenko who ended up in the Colbys, Stephanie Beecham.
Colby's Dynasty?
Yeah, the spin-off from Dynasty.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a few familiar faces in this particular episode. Old, British faces before they were famous, sort of. Though Michael Jackson wasn't doing too badly for himself by then. So, the Valliards announced his engagement to Stephanie Beecham. The father's not too happy about it, and British intelligence is not very happy about it, because there's a chance, just a chance, that this guy may work for the Russians. as a result, and she works as an interpreter for the United Nations. As a result, she could tell him classified information. So Callan and Cross are basically put on the case to break up the relationship somehow. It's dirty trick stuff. And yep, they go through all that, the flowers from somebody else, the standing you up at the restaurant thing, everything. And it doesn't work. And they're pulling their hair out. Callan obviously is not very happy about having to do this, but it's the job. And eventually, by poor chance, they finally manage to get them to split up. Unfortunately, and trigger warning here, boys and girls, you can turn off if you want to. There you go, turn off if you're triggered. Unfortunately, Stephanie Beacham's character ends up killing herself, which upsets Hunter because he's friends of her father.
Good friends.
He's going to go to the funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And Callan just says, with friends like you, mate.
Uh-huh. I thought that was last week's. Wasn't that last week's?
No,
Wasn't this week a village called G?
No, you've gone ahead a week.
Quite possibly.
Have you seen last week's?
Yes.
Sorry, this week.
I've seen them all. It's okay.
Okay, well, in that case, tell us about whatever that one was.
I like it's great because you get to see just how dirty a business the intelligence business is. And, when
It's
this...
grubby, isn't it? It's seedy.
Well, the problem is a lack of imagination on the part of the administrators versus the people who are in the field. They never listen to the people who are in the field, and they always come up with these dumbass ideas and requests because they can't imagine what is actually going on from behind their desk or what's needed or what's best to do in the field. And they don't want to listen to the people in the field because they've been taught their whole lives that they're so great sitting behind that desk that's why they're there, because they're so smart and clever. Instead, they're there because they're really good at ass kissing and, stuff like that, not at getting the job done. So, you get to see that disconnect there when Callan's really like, this, we don't need to do this. And then, they end up getting the girl to kill herself, basically, which does solve the problem. But, and then Hunter's all, wow, that sucks because, man, I'm really good friends with her dad. Like,
have you noticed that because we're getting a longer serving Hunter, we're getting some character development with him?
Yeah, just a little. I mean, you find out what kind of scumbag he really is. And he will trade anything in pursuit of his job. And that is the kind of guy you want in that position. Just, it isn't at the same time. Still
saying, his relationship with Callan is definitely relaxing, don't you find?
At times. Yeah. I don't know, they're better at working together a little more. I don't know, you say they're liking each other or something. I think there's a little mutual respect growing there.
No. I'm not saying they like each other at all.
Yeah, but like this is a big step. Yeah, professionally, right. But this is a step back for Hunter in Callan's eyes when he finds out that he's friends with the girl's father, like with friends like you, mate.
Yeah.
Damn. And
again,
that's true.
Very harsh. Nice bit of lonely business.
Yep, and you see a lot more lonely, who, really is a poor bastard. I
love it. He's dressed up as a city gent.
Overcoat,
bowler, umbrella, just as a disguise so he wouldn't stand out anywhere.
Toff him up just a little bit, right?
And then he finds some shady photos and oh dear.
Oh, those letters, and he loses himself in the letters because he's all like, well, these are pretty saucy. Wow, look. And like,
whilst he's in the middle of robbing a flat.
Right. Like he just totally gets distracted. And you can see how lonely gets caught because he is that guy. He comes across a naked picture of a girl. He'll sit there and stare at it for 20 minutes and like, then the couple will come home.
Yet again, Callan reminds Hunter that Hunter put him in prison in the first place. Because Hunter's moaning about the expenses Callan needs to have to give money to Lonely. And look, it's the only way he can keep going. Well, he was in prison. Yeah, I know. And you put him there, mate. You
Yep.
know, they're
Yeah,
not
you're the one that put it in
forgetting
there.
these things.
Nope.
Which
I like that they do that. They circle back. That's an integral part of good storytelling is you have to be able to circle back to earlier parts of the story to make them
Oh.
relevant to parts down the road. And if you can't do that, you're not going to tell a good story. And these guys do a really good job at a time when TV was all about these single serving episodes that were self-contained stories that never really went anywhere, you know?
Spanky, are
But
you saying
Callan
Callan has an arc?
Yes.
No, Brian, no, it's got an arc. You love arcs. No.
Have an arc. Each storyline is an arc. Good Lord, you.
Yes, that comes more to the fore in the 4th series.
Yeah, well, no, okay, true. But also more importantly, though, it's that they are using continuity as a tool for storytelling. And it's a really early example of that. You see a few others, like what was that? The one about the guy caught in the village or whatever, like, when
The
he's trapped
Prisoner?
there. The Prisoner, that's the
Ah,
one. Like
right,
that,
okay.
you see a lot of continuity in that, and a few others. But most shows at the time were, these single serving little story vignettes or whatever that,
Yeah.
were
They
meant
were
to.
series rather than serials.
Exactly. So, it's
It's good stuff.
it's refreshing, it's pleasant to see, and it does set the tone for something that's implemented much later down the line, because you still see it a lot today, honestly. These little single serving shows that don't go anywhere. But the smart ones all learn to circle back. They learn to have continuity. They learn to,
Did you enjoy this?
have these ongoing things. Oh, yes, tremendously.
Okay, so next
because
week
it
you're
allows
saying
for
it's a village called G,
Yes.
where
And allows for much greater depth of development for your characters. It allows for a greater breadth of story. It allows for so much more just by using a couple of simple tools like that.
Yep, no, totally agree with you. Callan was a bit ahead of its time, especially with the whole grim
Oh,
spy
yes.
thingy.
Oh, yes. It was because it was so grim, so dark, and did so many things that no one else had done, basically. Yeah.
At the time. I mean, nowadays
At
you
the
look
time,
at them and think,
nowadays it's pretty common, right? But
with the
at
stuff
the time,
we look at, 9 times out of 10, they're the ones that did it first.
Yep.
You know? It's,
It's kind of like watching the Billy Jack movie, right? That you didn't realize how much that Tom Laughlin did. Like, he was the first one to send his movie out to like every theater in the country, rather than premiere it at one or two little spots and then farm it out to other theaters. He sent it to everybody, and that's why it made so much money and acquired such a following. It hit a ton of theaters all at once. He did a lot of other stuff too that nowadays is common practice in movies and things. So this was the 60s, were obviously a time of, a lot of groundbreaking.
oh, well, God, yeah, they were finding out what they could do with television and storytelling.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Yes, what they could
storytelling
do with
has
Telethon.
changed.
Mm-hmm.
Modern day storytelling is nothing like the storytelling that I'm used to, which is one of the reasons I do like my archive telly, quite frankly. It's
Well,
just
you know.
that bit slower, and it allows
I
things
can
to develop
appreciate-
a bit more. And he's gone.
I can appreciate that the art has evolved, but
Yeah.
no matter how much it evolves, they're still going to use the same tools, just in new and different ways, which is cool. So anytime I can see innovation, that's always good for me, anyway,
That was Callan.
as a writer. But
That was Callan. We enjoyed that. Village Called
yeah.
G next week, which
Oh,
shows some
yes.
character development for somebody who's only basically said, yes, Mr. Callan, yes, sir, putting you through now. Yes, it's time for Hunter's assistant to take the spotlight. But that's next week. It's actually quite a good one.
Is the assistant's name Prey?
Oh, see what you've done. Yes, no.
Mm.
No.
Nah.
No. So,
They missed a good thing there.
yeah, well, probably. Yeah.
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 Hunter and Prey. I mean, really.
Yeah, no, very good. Yes. Well done, you. Have a lolly. When we meet, I am actually going to buy you a lolly. But I'm not going to tell you what type.
Is it going to be a Tootsie Pop?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. It depends where we meet. If we meet in Britain,
Because I've never made it past 3
you
before.
never managed to come to England last year like you planned.
2,
Don't
3.
worry about it.
crunch.
Jesus Christ, that's a huge thing. But I
Yeah.
might, not next year, but the year after, I might be going to Gallifrey, which is in Los
And
Angeles.
that might be
There's
doable.
a chance of an actual Flashing Blade meetup, and I've been.
We actually would need to know the dates of
Oh, we'll know well
Gallifrey.
in advance, yeah. But
Yeah.
we'd also, I've looked into it. Yeah, we can do a podcast from there. We may not.
Oh yeah, we
the
can.
only-
I'll bring my laptop.
My problem with this will be internet access, because I should imagine the
can make that
hotel internet access is going to be hit really hard.
And I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they're going to have things like cafes and
Yeah.
Panera
Well,
breads.
one would hope so,
Oh,
but the thing is, everybody's going to be logging into these things.
Yeah, it
And
won't
there
matter.
are a lot
will
of
be a-
people at Gallifrey. It's a big.
That's why we go to Panera Bread
Or
or
somewhere like that, right?
somewhere like that and
Retta!
just
Hello, Retta.
sit around and bullshit for an hour and a half.
Exactly.
I've just said Retta, hello, Retta, and my Echo Dot just went hello. Retta, are you possessing my Echo
We didn't
Dot?
want to tell you, but we uploaded Reddit to the internet.
Oh Christ! Well, no one's
Now
gonna have any
she's here.
secrets now.
Oh wait. Yeah.
LA Retta, you up for it? Land of surf, sun, and fun?
You'd like to go to LA, right, Loretta?
Same with you, Spanks.
She was referencing.
I need traveling companions. You and Brent are coming.
There you go.
Depending on how
I'll
things
meet y'all
go-
there.
Look, I'll tell you what. I'm going to say this: providing we don't fall out, because you never know. I appear to have this amazing
No, you could say
ability.
something about my hair.
Right.
I think it's fitting very nicely today. You can't see the join.
I know. It's kind of new glue.
Depending on how things go, because I don't know what's. Let's put it this way: next year, fingers crossed, I'm going to be in a position to do a lot more than I can do now. And if that's the case, if it helps, and like I say, if we're all still in touch,
I don't even mind
like that,
Canadian Doctor Who
I
things.
would happily pay your hotels, including you, Spanky.
That's dead sexy.
It's the LA Marriott. So, the same there, Retta. And Lilibet, of course. Oh, yes, Retta, meet Lilibet.
Yeah, I got my own. I can get my own. Don't worry.
I'm just trying to make it easier for you, that's all.
I understand, but it's far enough away. I mean, I don't have that many Transformers left that I want to get. Come on.
Well, to be fair, I think I owe Retta and Brent anyway for the iPad.
I got one more coming for that giant fucking thing, and I'm gonna
That-
love it when it's here.
That is
That
a
thing-
hallmark in a man's life when he reaches the stage where there's just not that many more Transformers or WoW Army pieces, or
Yep.
Warhammer Army pieces or whatever that I need to get.
Mm-hmm.
Retta,
That's
say hello to Lilibet.
you're almost at I win. So yeah, cool.
I'm one robot out from having that monster one I posted
That
in
is
chat the other day.
it's sweet. Cool beans, man. That is awesome.
Lilibet Love, she's in chat there with you. She's joining us on the show. You're going to have to watch the YouTube bit.
On the
to
streaming
find out
chat.
Why. Basically, she's going to help me keep the boys in line.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. Trust me.
Bring the cattle prod, the face mask with the zipper mouth, and all that, and it'll be good.
Oh, but you enjoy that too much.
Yeah. I thought we're supposed to have fun, right? Wait, what?
I just read chat. Yeah.
I can't read the streaming
Yeah,
chat.
I know.
darn it.
It's nothing for
Yeah,
you to
don't worry
about
about it. You're fine.
It's
It's all good.
fine. It's all good.
Sure.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm
yeah.
sure.
Don't you worry. Dear me. So are you back from New Hampshire then, Retta? Let's find out. Let's wait.
Yeah, well, yeah, that they don't live in New Hampshire. They just go up there occasionally.
I didn't know she was staying for the weekend or whatever. I didn't know what the school
No,
was.
no,
All right.
no. It's drivable for them.
Are you
It-
wanting to do a dungeon tonight? We haven't done one
No.
in Christ knows how long. I'm just saying.
No.
All right, Spanky,
No,
if you're still around.
It would be.
We'll
I
go
would
to
be
Roxor.
up too late, and I have work tomorrow, and it's just not. It's a Monday.
Okay.
It's a Monday. Tomorrow's a Monday, so yeah, I get that totally.
Oh, that's wonderful, my love.
That's terrific.
I'm going to need a link, I think, to download that film for Dave's birthday.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear you on that one, Retta.
Okay, I'm assuming that's whole, not who. Okay.
Maru.
Because
Yeah,
if who's
well,
your
it could be both,
in-laws,
but don't worry about it. Yeah.
that probably makes you Amy Pond. There's been a few Doctor
She
Who movies
dressed
going
for
around.
Rio.
You're as bad as Adam, just not quite so blatant.
I'm just saying that if Karen Gillian ever in a million years I had the opportunity, I would love to at least get shot down. Okay? I don't make any assumptions that my almost 50-year-old
Are
dad
you
bod has a chance at this at
sure
all.
That won't leave you with a cringe moment. Something you'll wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning screaming about. Why did
don't
I do
mind.
that?
No.
Just
No?
saying.
All right.
What's the SAS motto? He who dares wins. Come on.
Oh, Reg has just said no. Not you.
Yeah, no. I would love to be shot down by Karen Gillian. I know she's married now, and I mourned that day.
Well, I'll
But-
see what I can arrange, because as we know, she watches this show. So,
Because somewhere
Here we go.
around the world, the day Karen Gillian announced her marriage, I heard Adam cry.
have you ever
It
seen
was that Superman yelled, "No!"
Have you ever seen the photos of Adam persona
Oh, I've seen that
as
photo.
Amelia Pond?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
a
keep reminding him of
whole level of
that wrongness in that. Yeah.
yeah.
I keep reminding him and posting them up.
I don't know exactly what the issue is, but I'm gonna say a lot.
Listen, I won't have a word said against Adam. He came and braved the cold weather just to sit in my garden.
There you go.
I can
That's
sit
all
in my
you need.
garden. I can sit in my garden. Okay. That science experiment here.
Yep.
Now we're going to see how long it
Most
takes for Spanky's internet connection to hold out whilst he's actually in the Twitch chat. Piece of advice.
I
pop
pause the Twitch
hang on.
chat and minimize
Hang
the
on,
video here.
hang on.
We'll
This
do
might
it
help.
properly.
This might help. Pop out the Twitch chat into a separate window, because it gives you the option to do that under the settings cog, and then you can shut the actual Twitch stream down.
Yeah, I just paused it.
Oh, all right then.
Yeah.
It was just an idea. Ah, dear.
I hadn't thought about that. That's a good idea, actually.
So, hello, new viewers, by the way. I don't know how long we're going on for. We're coming towards the end. I suppose you want to know what your Doctor Who is next week.
Mm-hmm. Something
Sure.
about
What the
Daleks,
fuck?
right?
You want something about Daleks, yes?
No, a little bit wanted something about Daleks, right?
Oh, no, that was Dalek Attack. Like I say,
No, but Hinchcliffe
Oh.
didn't do anything with Daleks, did he?
Did he? Didn't he?
I redub thee, unworthy of the diamond logo.
He did, right? Didn't he do the Genesis of the Daleks? or
Genesis
something
of
like
the
that?
Daleks.
Okay, so
Brian.
he did the penultimate one that we've watched like 18 times so far.
What do you mean the penultimate one?
Genesis is the Dalek story.
It's
Come
not
on,
the
let's face it.
penultimate one, no, is it?
It is the top.
That's ultimate, not panopticon. Not penultimate. Fuck off, Spanky.
Please, dear, continue. Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
Take two. Click. Yeah, that's.
Oh, dear. Hinchcliffe did Genesis of the Daleks, and that was the ultimate Dalek story, which was obviously their origin story. Oh God, it's happened.
I'm
hasn't it?
gone. I'm
quite
just
honestly,
gone.
my love, after what you've been doing this week, the amount of busyness you've had, you needed it.
Oh, there are
That's why I
like
suggest these WoW dungeons, because I know you guys just finally get a chance to relax and
honestly, I've been relaxing really well. I've been in my own happy little Brian space.
That's good.
that's so sweet.
And so for the game, I've made like 8 maps and a bunch of NPCs and actually thought out a story plot line and
Okay.
things for you guys
Very
to
cool.
do, which of course you're going to ignore and blow to
Destroy
smithereens
as
within the
quickly as
first
possible.
2.
Yes.
But, yeah.
No, I've come up with an in-character reason for being as irritating as I possibly can.
Mhm.
WoW is serious business.
I'm playing
It is,
it
they
right.
make
The banter we share while
Yes.
we're dungeoning
That's just getting rid of
only
stress,
lot
isn't it?
is only to cover the amount of stress we're under
Yeah. I thought
while
so.
doing them.
I think you're
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
it wrong somehow.
Nope. WoW is serious business for everyone. And if you don't know all those tactics, if you don't know exact placement of your people, I mean, it's over.
Oh, our equipment level is now
Your levels are-
129.8. Jesus.
I hate you.
Girl.
All right then.
I think mine
So
is right around 100.
you want a Dalek story for next week? Oh,
Not Genesis,
No,
because
I-
we've
We're
done
not
that to
doing
death.
Genesis of the Daleks. Good.
No. Do something else. We don't have to do Daleks. I don't care. Do something else. We've got all this great
Zygons.
stuff with Tom.
No,
Oh,
no.
there you
We're
go.
doing Daleks.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry, but Lilibet might
Lilibet,
appreciate this
If
as
she's
well.
gonna come, let her pick.
All right. Which one are we doing?
Frontier in Space,
Why don't I remember that?
Series 10. Sorry, Season 10. Pertwee.
Pertwee.
Pertwee. Or it's
They
a
won't.
really good noise for if you yeet something. Pertwee. We're back to Daffy Duck again. How about the one with the 10th Doctor?
I would just like it known
Yes.
that on BritBox,
Yes.
where you go to click on classic Doctor Who,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
it's a picture of Tom.
Yeah, fair. That's,
Yes.
I'm just saying.
that's right.
It is. Yep. Uh-huh.
We get the multi-doctor picture.
Oh, there's a multi-doctor picture, but
There's a multi-doctor.
Guys,
picture,
I'm
but-
not entirely certain how long Doctor Who is going to be on BritBox Classic Doctor Who, because it's slowly being turned into something called ITVX, which was the ITV, the independent television channel, its own streaming service, which has been upgraded, and it looks like BritBox is merging with it. Whether they're going to be allowed to keep Classic Doctor Who, we don't know. So then it's a case of where we're going to find it. Well, people are hoping it'll be all, it's the 60th anniversary, they're hoping that it will all be put on the iPlayer. Because if BritVox loses Doctor Who or whatever, that's
I'm not going to need my subscription anymore then.
well, quite. It's I can't do Two Fan Dinosaurs. I haven't got an optical drive, so I can't play the DVD. It's,
There are other ways to do this. You know that.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's, yeah.
We'll talk later.
Do you not have a DVD player? What?
I've got a Blu-ray player, but that's down that end of the lounge.
Uh-huh.
She doesn't have
That's
it on the
this end.
computer.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not have one on your computer?
You're
How
going
old
to
is
need
your
to get a bigger
the
hard
motherboard
drive.
just didn't have room for an extra drive.
You're going to need a bigger hard drive.
Oh, I need bigger hard drives as well. Again, that is.
You need a new computer.
I was talking
Yeah.
to Adam this afternoon. There's the possibility of a brand new, all singing, all dancing computer, 4K monitors, 4K TV, new 5.1 setup.
All singing and all dancing.
But that's a lot of
All
money.
right, Tyler Durden, you go.
Yes.
I'd
Yes, it is
rather-
at today's
I would rather spend it on buying a house, quite
Hmm.
frankly. But
I would at least get a brand new computer out of it.
But hang on. My computer's not bad, you know. It's still chugging along very happily. And since we
The
cleaned
fact
it
that
out-
it's chugging.
no, that's since we cleaned it out. It's yes, it needs new hard drives. That much is true. I need to swap hard drives.
Okay, then upgrade the hard drives.
But like I say, I need to buy a house. Trouble is, the amount of money I have, I'm not going to be able to really afford anywhere decent where I live. So
Ask
I'm gonna have
Adam.
to move.
Ask Adam to help you out and get you an I want to say a 4 terabyte SSD.
I'll forget that. I think I've only got the one lot of SSD ports. Mind you, I could ask
You're gonna
him. I'll ask him.
yeah.
Oh, God. Is it time for Brent to get something?
You're gonna want a 4 terabyte SSD. That will give you enough speed and space to cover most of what you want. I mean, mine is halfway full, but I download the internet regularly.
Retta, don't talk to Brent about this. Like I say, this is for the future. At the moment, we're trying to replace Spanky's laptop. Tell Brent he can get a new one of those.
Working on that. I need to look and see what I
See,
need.
this is why I want
laptop.
to. I want to pay Retta's way, Retta and Brent's way to Gallifrey if we go.
That's fine.
Because
That's fine.
Because of the iPad, you know, I can.
Give me dates.
Well,
Give me time.
they haven't announced it yet. This year's
I know.
Gallifrey hasn't been yet, and next year's Gallifrey, there's a chance I still won't be able to go because, like I say, they haven't even fucking started the probate session yet. And that's
I'm just saying when it's up, when it's running, when the plan, when everything is ready, give me the time. I can make LA.
Okay.
you go.
But I don't, like I say, I don't know when it's going to be, or indeed if it's going to be. We'll have to wait and see. I've got I've got a choice of what I can do, and one is I can stay here. I can't buy the place. I'm on the wrong tenancy, but I could at least do it up. And get all sorts of nice stuff and get the place properly decorated, get the garden done properly.
You could get a heater.
I've got
Yeah.
a heater.
No. I mean central convection heater for
No, that doesn't work like that over here. It's gas central heating. We have radiators, and I can't afford to pay the gas bills. I haven't been able to pay the gas bills for several years now. So
You need to get like an American house over in
Yeah.
England.
yeah,
Yes,
I know what you're
definitely.
saying. I do know what
Definitely.
you're saying. I mean, I've like I say, if I could afford it,
Buy some land and build a house.
I won't have enough money to do that.
To build a house?
No, it's expensive over here, my love. There's the chance I could get one of those wooden prefabricated things, which are very, very cheap.
Build your own, your own log cabin type of thing.
It's not a log cabin per se. They're big houses, 4 bathrooms,
Modular
that sort of
home,
thing.
Yeah, it makes me sad too, Retta.
It's only about 60 grand. But you got the land, then you got the sewage, you've got the amenities to get all fitted up. You need the foundation fitted, so you're going to need builders come in, builders to actually build the place, everything to put it in it, like the kitchen, the 4 bathrooms.
I'm just saying, do the research first.
Oh, Christ, yes.
Do a comparison study.
The problem I've got is, because it's going to take so long, like I say, it's going to be at least another year. It's prices.
You have another year.
Yeah, it's prices.
You have a year to do reset. You do have a year to do research.
It's like I say, the trouble with it is I can research it, but any prices I see will be hopelessly out of date.
You can research it. Just research it. I mean, there have to be developers over there that are building new homes and communities.
They also have a lot of
Yeah,
new
none of them
technology in home
are
building
cheap
that they're
to
using
buy.
over there that you can't do.
They're
here.
not going to be cheap. Over here, it's minimum $200K. Minimum.
And what you get for that, Brian?
A house, a backyard,
Built
and a
house.
front yard.
Okay, so how many bedrooms?
Maybe an attached.
How many bedrooms?
3.
For that, three with 2 baths, maybe 3 baths.
Okay,
Average is 1.5.
for 200 grand over here where I am now, you will be lucky to get a 1-room studio flat. Our price is
That's just to build. That's
stupid.
not with the cost of the land going on it
Yeah,
now.
Retta's right. That
would
is
cost
the
you 300,000 or
Syracuse area.
400,000, yeah. Yeah.
And that's my point a little bit. I may have to move areas to try and get. The problem is I don't want to. I don't
That's where
want to
I'm
have
at.
to move, to be honest. I know
I
I
have a
need
piece
to.
of land
I
where
know
it's
moving
expensive to get land,
absolutely blows. Trust me.
expensive to build there,
I
too.
remember moving in here, and that's the only reason
But I
I'm staying.
need
here.
the extra.
Oh, yeah.
I need at least one extra room. I need a library area.
Yeah,
Because my front room is just cluttered as hell. I mean, those Daleks that we had as feedback.
couple of
I
bedrooms and
still
one
haven't
room
opened
just
them.
for library.
I've got nowhere to put them.
Absolutely.
It's ridiculous. So I know it's ridiculous. When they say money can't buy you happiness, they're right. It's just bringing more stress. It's I don't know. We'll have to see. So yes, sorry. Frontier in Space. You're quite right, a little bit. Dalek War box set. Don't bother watching the documentary on there because it's very bad. It's a terrible framing device used on it. And it's quite sad to see two versions of Barry Letts, one from former interview footage where he's looking healthy with a beard, and then him after cancer treatment. And it leaves a sour taste in the mouth. But yes, Frontier in Space. You're going to love this one. It's got Gruntley in it.
it has Joe.
The lovely Joe, yes. Yes, we love Gruntley on Twitter. Yeah, it is cheaper. You see, what I'd like to do is actually be able to buy a place, fit it with solar panels and a heat pump. But it's just not going to happen. Not unless I move further north. When it's colder up there. I mean,
That's why you have heat in the house.
I mean, I could possibly move to the Derby area.
Forced air, convection, forced air.
Well, exactly. This is the heating system that you have.
Yeah.
We don't have it hardly. It used to be electric radiators or oil.
Well, that's why
radiators.
you get a house that has it.
Well, I honestly think I'm not going to really be able to afford to be picky.
Okay.
Because, like I say, those sort of things, they are very, very rare over here, and probably part of an expensive house. I know, but it's different culture stuff. That's all it is, Can't be helped. So, yeah, it's be fascinated to compare certain prices from your area to my area, what you can get for a certain amount of money. Then over to the US. I'm not coming over to the. I'm not going to move to the US. I'd probably get shot on sight. And
Move to Canada.
There you go, Canada.
Chilly again. Bit chilly.
Socialized healthcare.
Yeah, that's civilized.
You don't need a mechanic. You can just go down to the corner shop.
Envy you about that.
We don't have that.
I thought you
We
did.
do have it, but we don't have it.
Okay, do you want to explain that?
It is legal here.
Right, but
We don't have it yet.
nobody's
It's-
opened a shop.
Oh, they have. They're
Right.
just not anywhere near or as you would think. Boom, overnight everywhere. No. They're dragging their heels. They're screwing around with legislation as they always do. They've already got it up there.
Fair enough.
I mean, you have to have something to keep you warm during the winter.
Well, quite. I have cats and a little doggy. I love my little doggy.
Mhm. Right, Retta? I'm down there I'm with you. Socialized healthcare?
I've got
Hell yeah.
cousins in Canada somewhere.
Ooh, that's true. You could do van life.
Oh yeah, right.
Cats
been
and
thinking about
dog.
doing that.
Cats and dog. It just wouldn't work.
Get a school
unfortunately.
bus,
But that's.
customize it out, and go.
I have thought of that. I
Okay.
have to admit.
You could do van life in the UK and just drive around.
Trouble is, I've got too much shit.
Mm.
And I'm
Yeah,
not
Yeah,
gonna-
where
How
would
do
you
they
put
make
all the
storage
Doctor Who
units?
stuff?
It's
Yeah.
the Marvel stuff as well. I mean,
Yeah.
like I say, you're getting that when I die. You're going to have to pay.
Oh, good.
You're going to have to pay the shipping on it. I am going to cripple you, Jake. I promise. I am going to cripple you.
I'm gonna get the shipping bill for it and be like, if she wasn't dead, I'd kill her myself.
Yeah, there is that as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
There'd
yeah.
be cat's ass in my face just at the wrong moment. And on top of that, I don't know how to cook meth. So,
From what I hear, it's a skill you can learn
Really?
easily.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oddly, I don't want to. It's strange
An
that because it's
acquirable
science, but no. I quite like the idea of getting a mushroom farm.
I'm just afraid of all the people that know exactly how much Sudafed you could buy over the counter before you trigger all the
Right.
alarms going off.
Hang on a second. Do you want to? I've got a rough idea. Can you just tell me what Sudafed's for, please?
Sudafed
Well,
is an allergy head cold medicine.
Okay, thank you very much.
That
I
when
take it
broken
it's
down-
codeine based.
I
No.
believe so. I don't know.
No,
And
it's not codeine.
It's an
It's an
you can
antihistamine
distill
largely.
it
Yeah.
and get ingredients for making.
Okay.
That AAA batteries or double A's and a few other things, and you're in business.
Yeah.
Science with the flashing blade.
Chemistry.
Chemistry. Yeehaw.
Oh dear God! Right. Okay. Lillibit, you
It's
like
some
anything to
chemistry,
do
right?
with this conversation, just in case we get cancelled now? We're gonna go. So, Frontier in Space next week. Short trips.
Frontier in space.
Yeah, Short Trips Volume 12. That's the audio. That Lillibit,
I put it
Spanky,
in the
and
general
myself
tab on Discord.
will be reviewing. Brian won't, but Brian does have a good reason, to be fair. I
Yeah,
have no
Brian
idea-
has no time at all.
I have no idea at all if the boys will do Space Above and Beyond next week. But tune in, find out. It's a surprise.
This one is called R&R.
R&R, yeah.
Oh, good Lord. Lillibit's just said a meth lab house once got raided in front of my classroom windows.
Yeah, welcome to America.
I used to live in a block of flats which were known as the Crack Flats. I once opened up my front door because I heard something outside, and there was a woman of, one doesn't like to judge, but one would suspect ill repute, trying to smoke her crack. Legs splayed everywhere, everything on display. I just turned around and walked straight back in again.
It's a hell of a drug.
Anyway, cheerful, isn't it?
You haven't seen anything until you've seen a meth head scratch themselves on one portion of their body, like their back, and like scratch down through the skin and create a big raw, like.
We were
No.
until lockdown. We had a lot of trouble with a drug called spice over here.
Oh yeah.
I think that was our bath salts.
It's a
Bath
zombie,
salts,
it's
it's the
almost a
same
zombie
thing, yeah.
drug.
Yeah,
Yep.
bath salts.
You smoke
And
it,
that kid in
and
Florida
that's it.
eating that one kid's face. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was great.
They were.
That's still a thing here.
We had a lot of trouble over the local shops with it, but since lockdown, that appears to have
Yeah.
stopped. Thankfully,
No, not Dune
Sure.
Spice. Way different.
Then they called it
Lillibit, that's
synthetic
a lovely way of
marijuana
putting
and
that.
something else, right? Yeah.
A lady of negotiable affection.
Mhm.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Bath salts equals zombie drug, pretty much.
So
Yeah,
that sounds like
We had
spice.
a lot of that over here.
There's so many things now.
2019,
What's that
actually, right before
crocodile
lockdown.
and all those other things that are coming out. Like, what the
I
hell
started
is
to
all
get
that?
really pissed off with them, especially if they got in my way. I remember throwing one of them from a chair outside the cafe. He just splonked in it. He hadn't bought anything, so he wasn't allowed to sit down. Plus, he was in my spot.
Okay,
Alright.
Sheldon.
Yeah, I have a spot. All right. I mentioned it earlier in the show. I would demand a statue then when I die. And so I threw him off the chair. Yes,
He probably thought he threw himself off the chair.
that's true. Callan, a village called G, which is
Yes.
which is an interesting one.
Very.
Takes us in a slightly different direction. And I hope you brought
Closing
enough
up.
for everybody.
Closing it up. And yes, I did. Didn't you see the bag earlier?
You didn't pass them
That's
round,
big
did you?
He did actually twice.
I tried.
Hmm?
You missed it.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
chomp chomp past to the left.
Wow. That's all I'm saying.
Always pass to the left.
Oh no, my mother told me if you ask, you don't get, Retta. Yeah. So so that's next Sunday, 9 o'clock UK time. Oh God, if you've managed to piece together what we've said there, 4 p.m. Eastern.
Tangents.
Next Friday, 9 p.m. and 4 p.m. It's Two Fan Dinosaurs, or the first two episodes of The Keeper of Traken. And next Saturday on Thaco Gaming, or Thac 0, number 0, Gaming, the Twitch stream and the YouTube channel. We've got episode 3 of 5 Go Mad in Space.
Tales of the Astral Sea.
Thank you very much. Which is our RPG. If you've seen anything like Critical Role or whatever, we're trying.
We're trying.
It's a similar sort of format.
We're
is
not
a similar sort
there
of format.
yet, but we're trying real hard.
Yeah. No. Well, let's
We're
face
working on
facts. They're all professional voice actors.
Yeah, they're professional.
Yeah, those are pros.
The only thing we're professional at is being smartasses.
No, I'm a professional voiceover artist,
basically. We're just
but I'm
professional
surrounded by
smartasses.
you lot.
Yeah,
Which
we're
is-
professional assholes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes,
That's
fair.
me.
But it's still ticking along really nicely, and it's presented well. Let's be honest.
No,
It
Reddy,
is.
you are not a professional asshole or bastard.
You're
I know
not an
that.
asshole
You do it just for the sheer hell of
because
it.
a professional instigator.
Right.
Right then, we're going to go.
You and Jess are
The
troublemakers.
instigator.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
they
you.
are. Like, why the hell did you ever introduce the two of them to each other? That's what I
I
want to
don't know, but I'm regretting every day.
Right, we're off. Say goodbye, boys.
Goodbye, boys.
Bye, boys.
Have fun storming the castle.
Ah,
Think we'll make it? Not a chance.
I was about to blow you a chef's kiss for that remark, and I thwacked my hand on the table. I'm okay. I fucking hate you.
I'm okay. I'm fine with this.
Right, we're going away, and we'll be back with Lilibet next Sunday. All right, night all.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
Good news, John Levine is now in negotiation with the government to avoid him striking.